SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. SiriusXM
Network. SiriusXM presents a brand new exclusive show with former UN Ambassador, Governor, and presidential candidate Nikki Haley on Nikki Haley Live.
Join me on Nikki Haley Live, a show where we talk about facts, policies that affect your family, stories from the campaign trail, the upcoming election, and maybe a bit about music and sports along the way. Tune in to Nikki Haley Live.
Nikki Haley Live, Wednesdays at 8 a.m. East on Triumph, Channel 111, and on the SiriusXM app.
SiriusXM NFL Radio is your home for the National Football League all year long on Channel 88 and on the all-new SiriusXM app. In a season already plagued with injuries and underachievers, your fantasy football team is faced with yet another obstacle.
The bye weeks are here! The bye weeks are here!
When your star player takes a week off, listen to SiriusXM Fantasy Sports Radio for winning fantasy football advice.
You got to work the waiver wire. You got to make trades. The draft is just a piece of the puzzle.
Our experts tell you who to play in this time of need.
Now the work really starts.
Your frontline source for fantasy football, Channel 87, and on the SiriusXM app.
Catch a brand new season preview show of your favorite team every weeknight until the season starts. Only on NBA Radio Channel 86 and the SiriusXM app.
24/7, 365 coverage of all things NASCAR. All things NASCAR happens exclusively on SiriusXM NASCAR Radio, Channel 90.
Tigers fans, this is Jeff Greenberg, and you're listening to Tigers Baseball on SiriusXM.
Jeff Rieger with Around the League from the 1-800-CALL-SAM studios, brought to you by Big B Coffee, the official coffee of the Detroit Tigers. Man, how great is playoff baseball. Yesterday, there were 2 Game 2s in the Bigs, and both were in the National League, the NLCS. First game was one of the more memorable games of the season. Phillies hosting the Magical Mets, and this one went back and forth. Mets led 3-0. Then the Phillies got back-to-back jacks from Bryce Harper and Nick Castellanos, and they were all tied up. In the top of the 9th inning, Philly led by 2. Mets looked to be cooked until Mark Vientos hit a game-saving 2-run homer, his second of the game, and New York had to be feeling pretty good about themselves. But those good feelings were erased pretty quickly, thanks to the former Tiger Nick Castellanos, already with 2 massive hits, came to the plate, 2 outs, 2 on. Say goodnight, New York.
In the left field, down the line, it's a fair ball, and the Phillies have tied the series. Back to Queens, 1 apiece. Castellanos, the hero.
Castellanos finished the day 3 for 5 with the homer and 2 RBI, and believe it or not, the 3 hits came after the Philly faithful voiced their displeasure for Nick swinging at some pitches out of the zone. Nick also had some choice remarks about the Philly fan base. Feel free to look that up on social media if you can lip read. Phillies win it 7-6, and that series heads back to New York, tied at 1 game apiece. What a ball game in the city of brotherly love. From the 1-800-CALL-SAM studios, I'm Jeff Rieger with Around the League on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
Appliance emergency? ABC Warehouse has got you covered. Unexpected appliance breakdown? Don't stress. ABC has flexible financing options to make it easy finding the perfect fit for your budget. From 0% down to low monthly payments, you can say goodbye to that broken appliance and hello to massive savings at ABC Warehouse. In stock. Get it today. Free delivery. ABC Warehouse is the closest thing to wholesale.
You're hearing a lot of big promises right now. One company is delivering on them. Wall-side Windows. Get our biggest offer ever. 80 months, no interest. Plus half off every window. 80 months, no interest. You can save literally thousands while improving the value and comfort of your home. Buy direct, save big, and then enjoy up to 80 months, no interest. No down payment. Limited time. Wallside. 1-800-521-7800 or go to wallside.com.
Better access means better care. That's why we're making it easier to get the care you need when you need it. More locations, more specialists, exclusive cancer treatments, and the latest clinical trials mean better access to the breakthroughs of your best chance. Carmanis Cancer Institute. Your care, our commitment. Find the care you need at carmanis.org.
You just slept on it funny. I think it's supposed to be that color. It's probably just something you ate. That'll clear right up with some aloe. Some chicken soup will have you back on your feet in no time. Not sure. But Mom will probably know.
Don't rely on guesswork. For 85 years, Blue Cross has been providing Michiganders with access to the care and resources they need. And will be ready to help for
fun in a new Toyota. With more all-wheel drive choices than anyone else, anything's possible. Like the family-size Highlander with room for up to 8. Now through November 4th, you can lease a Highlander XLE all-wheel drive for $489 a month for 36 months with $32.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Detroit Buick. Ahead of Game 2 of the American League Division Series. Here with Tiger infielder/outfielder, playoff veteran, Matt Vierling. Matt, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me on.
Always a pleasure to get with you. So we'll start right there. You know, coming off an off day, there's so many more off days built into the postseason for a lot of reasons. How does that mess with your rhythm? Does it? I mean, you know, we have workouts and everything like that, but how is that different? It's clearly different from the regular season, but how do you guys go about handling that?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's completely different, right? You know, you play one day, off day, play, off day. So it's totally different as far as, like, if you're a position player having to deal with, you know, you don't see pitching for a day, so you got to get you know, used to the velo again, all that stuff. One day is usually not a big deal, but, you know, it is different than the regular season where, you know, you play 5, 6, 7. I mean, when you really get in the long stretches, like 14, 15 games in a row. So, yeah, it's totally different, but what's nice about it is that it gives your body a break to kind of heal up. And, you know, we come in here and do these workouts, which helps. So, yeah, it's definitely different.
Yeah, so the nature of the workouts, I mean, are they somewhat relaxed, or you try to ramp them up and really go fast to try to somewhat simulate game speed? How do you guys, you know, go about doing that?
I feel like everybody might be a little different, but I try to, you know, keep it fairly relaxed, but then I try to, you know, add a little bit of, you know, high-intensity stuff in there, whether it's a couple sprints or a couple throws, a couple swings where you really let it loose, or face high velo down at the plate, keep your legs under you, keep your arm in shape, and really just give your body a break just to kind of feel good going into the game day.
You know, to piggyback off that a little bit, you know, you've got 2 starts in right field. You're going to get a second one at third base today. Likely knowing AJ the way he runs the club, you knew that yesterday going in. So did you concentrate all your work out there? Did you bounce around a couple different spots just in case you have to move during the game? How'd you go about making sure you stay sharp all over?
I think right now I'm doing a lot of my work at third base. Yeah. I feel like keeping that fresh and crisp is kind of the most important thing right now. And it takes a little bit more work than maybe the outfield does for me. So I've been doing a lot of work at third base. Yesterday I knew where I'd be playing today, so I had a lot of work at third base yesterday and still did some outfield stuff to keep that fresh as well.
You know, much has been made about the lack of experience, at least in terms of playing in the postseason with this team. You know, you're the one guy that had some postseason experience for the most part on the team. 13 at-bats still wasn't a huge sample size, but you were there. How is this different? How does this feel different? How is it different for you just in terms of the stage of your career? And how is it different? You know, the teams are clearly different. Obviously, different organization with Philly and everything. But just what are the things that are different? What are things that are similar from last time?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, the one thing that's different is I'm in a different spot. We're playing in Cleveland in the playoffs. You know, American League. You know, last couple years ago with Philly, it was all National League. So. Went to Atlanta, went to St. Louis, went to Atlanta, went to San Diego. But no, I mean here, it's cool. You're kind of in a different part of the country, different playoff atmosphere. So that's something that's different, but cool to experience. But it's just a different team. The way we got here, everything is just so much different, and it makes it really gratifying to see where we were earlier in the year to now. And you know, we had a lot of contributions from young guys on that team as well. On Philly in 2022, but this team is probably the youngest in the big leagues as far as I know. So it's kind of cool just to get to this point with everybody and really, you know, experience the playoffs. And I think it's going to be great for everybody on this team as well.
Well, Matt, it's been a great ride to watch you guys. It's going to keep going. Can't wait to watch you guys go handle your business against Matt Boyd and the Cleveland Guardians tonight. Matt, thank you for your time.
Thanks, Bobby.
That's been Matt Vierling ahead of Game 2 here in the American League Division Series at Progressive Field in Cleveland. We'll be back with more from the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
Detroit Tigers Baseball. Brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan. Committed to providing members access to care they need whenever and wherever they need it.
Now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
You're listening to the American League Division Series on Sirius XM. Join us after the game on MLB Network Radio, Sirius XM 89.
That was an all-time classic.
Adam Shine brings his unique perspective and passionate sports talk to Mad Dog Sports Radio.
That game led the league in holy cow wow moments.
The biggest and hottest names across Major League Baseball.
Star shortstop for the Kansas City Royals, Bobby Witt Jr.
It's great to kind of build the new culture here in Kansas City.
What's up, baseball fans? Thanks for hanging out with us for this MLB playoff game. Please take a minute and exit out of the chat and hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you've hit that like button because it helps bring more people here into the chat to have a good time and chat it up during this game. And we're doing every single game live on TSI for the entire 2024 MLB playoffs. Make sure you've hit that like button. Please share this link out to your friends. It helps bring more people into the chat of your team here hanging out with us. Thanks for hitting that like button. Back to the chat. Go team, go.
Years of baseball tradition continues.
And it's gone, a home run!
Brought to you by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, General RV, Corewell Health, The D Las Vegas, Meyer, Comerica, Priority, UWM, and Little Caesars Pizza.
I'm Ashley Flowers, host of the #1 true crime podcast in the world, Crime Junkie. This Halloween season, we're getting into the spirit on Crime Junkie Radio. With hair-raising episodes of full-body chills, Crime Junkie Radio is your ultimate spooky destination for 24/7 true crime all month long. It's all on Crime Junkie Radio, your ultimate obsession. Hear it now and anytime exclusively on the SiriusXM app. Just search Crime Junkie Radio.
It's time to play ball with the call of the game from the Metro Detroit Buick GMC Dealers broadcast booth. Here are the voices of Tigers baseball, Dan Dickerson and Bobby Scales.
Sunny skies, breezy, fall is in the air in downtown Cleveland. Hello again, everyone. We are getting ready before a loud, raucous crowd here at Progressive Field in Cleveland for Game 2 of the American League Division Series. Guardians rolled to the easy 7-0 win in Game 1, 5-0, 5 batters in. It's going to be a little bit different today, Bobby.
You better believe it's going to be different. Scoople's on the mound, and it's going to be fun.
Tigers today will face Matthew Boyd. Incredible. His first postseason start comes against the team that he debuted with and was with for 8 years. Basically his entire career outside of a few innings has been with the Detroit Tigers. He will get the start. He's made 8 terrific starts, especially the first 5 since coming back from Tommy John surgery, signed by these Guardians in June. Bright sunshine, shadows are going to be an issue early. Guardians getting ready to take the field. Let's check today's starting lineups, Bobby.
Thank you very much, Dan. What up, though, Detroit? Tiger fans, your starting lineups brought to you by Comerica. Only one bank been committed to Michigan since 1849. That's Comerica. Starting lineups for your Detroit Tigers in Game 2 of this ALDS series. Leading off and DHing is Justin Henry Malloy. Batting second at third base is Matt Vierling. Andy Ibanez will play second and bat third. Riley Green will clean up. He's in left field. Winslow Perez is in right field batting fifth. Spencer Torkelson is at first base batting sixth. Parker Meadows out in center field. He'll hit seventh. Jake Rogers behind the dish. He'll bat eighth. And batting ninth is your shortstop, Trey Sweeney. For the homestanding Cleveland Guardians, they'll go this way. Leading off and playing left field is Stephen Kwan. David Fry gets the DH assignment. He'll hit second. Jose Ramirez at third base batting third. Lane Thomas in center field hitting in the cleanup spot. Over at first base is Josh Naylor. He'll hit fifth. John Quincy Noel is out in right field batting sixth. Andres Jimenez is at second base batting seventh. Batting eighth is your catcher, Austin Hedges. And Brian Rocchio will play shortstop and bat ninth.
Pitching matchup is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Visit buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places. Keys to the game brought to you by Sarah Chevrolet. Guardians taking the field here at Progressive Field. Let's talk about the keys for the Tigers. Bobby, it feels like this is not going to change in this 5-game series. Given the talent in the Guardians bullpen, the key every day is going to be to score runs early against whoever is on the mound starting the game for Cleveland. What are the keys to getting off to the good start and scoring some runs off Matthew Boyd today?
Well, Dan, Matthew Boyd's going to throw. He's going to throw pitches in the strike zone. He's not going to run from contact. He's not going to run from being in the zone. To the right-handed hitters, it's going to be a lot of four-seam fastball, curveballs, and changeups. Get his four-seam fastball. It does play up a little bit. It's not a dynamic fastball, but the way he uses his other pitches makes it play up a little bit. But it's only 92, 93 mile an hour. It's a click below average fastball. It is hittable. You want to get him off the top rail. He's going to try to cruise at the top, get him down a little bit, and hit the fastball early. And you should have some success against them.
Tigers today will send Tarek Skubal to the mound. We'll talk about the keys for him when he takes the mound, but let's look at this matchup and appreciate what we're going to watch here today. First pitch will be brought to you by McLaren Health, the official healthcare system of the Detroit Tigers. In the first inning, by Rocket Mortgage, buy, sell, finance, and save. The ex-Tiger.
Yeah.
The only innings he's thrown in the major leagues have been with Detroit. Traded, of course, from Toronto in the David Price trade. Good friends with Tarek Skubal because he was the mentor to them when he was in Detroit. And they were first coming up, especially the Casey Mizes, Matt Mannings, and Tarek Skubals of the world. And then when he had his Tommy John surgery last summer, he said, I leaned on them.
Wow, how about that?
For moral support, because you're truly wondering, you're in your 30s, will I have a career after this? Can I come back with the same stuff?
Boy, AJ said it in his presser the other day. Don't make me say nice things about Matt Boyd, because it's hard. It's hard not to say nice things about Matt Boyd. But I'm telling you, we're going to have to forget who he is today for these next couple hours.
Not a nice guy today.
Not a nice guy today. This should be a good one.
33-year-old from Mercer Island, Washington, into his motion. First pitch of the game, swing and miss, and there it is. The high fastball up and away, and we are underway here at Progressive Field in Cleveland. The shadows, you have to believe, are going to be an issue for the early innings at least. The strike one to Malloy, swing and a foul straight back, and that's why you would think you're going to have to attack that fastball. And if it's out over the plate, and these two have been, you have to be able to do some damage.
Yeah, he crowded Jay Hen with that first one, was in a little bit. The second one was very, very hittable.
Left center, shallow. Thomas, the center fielder, will call off Quan, the left fielder, and make the catch running into shallow left field. Matthew Boyd signed really to help a struggling rotation. Cleveland just had all kinds of issues all year. Remember, they lost Shane Bieber early. Tristan McKenzie just never got the good stuff back, and he struggled and went to the minor leagues, and they were looking for help in their rotation, which had been the most hittable rotation in the game. Matthew Boyd had to work out for a lot of major league teams and was signed to a contract in June. Swing and a miss. Just a handful of innings in the minor leagues. Matt Vierling at the plate. Handful of innings in the minor leagues. Vierling calls time, steps out, and then made 8 starts with the Guardians. A 2.70 ERA. That's what he brings into this game. Interesting how those 8 starts broke down. The strike one, swing and a miss. Let's get breaking ball down under the bat. The changeup actually pulled it a little bit down and in. First 5 starts were outstanding. Last 3, he's had some struggles, especially with command. The 0-2, swing and a little soft tap foul. We'll talk about that in a moment, but right now, Bobby, we have to describe these shadows. This is tricky. There's a big rectangle that's the roofline shadow that's across the mound, and then the pitch is delivered from shadow into sunshine, back into shadow at home plate. Vierling takes up and away. We've heard Phillies hitters talk about how hard it was to see, and Mets hitters, in Game 1 in Philadelphia. And every ballpark's different, but this can't be easy right now. The 1-2, check swing, away. Hedges behind the plate today. He's very good behind the plate. That pitch well outside, the crowd groans. About a foot outside. Really now waiting on a 2-2. On the way, bounced it to home plate, 3-2.
Yeah, this shadow pattern, man, this is one of the worst ones you can get. Pitcher is fully covered, but there's a rectangular shape between the awning and the roof line where it's going from the shadow to the light, back into the shadow right before he enters the hitting zone.
3-2. Got him. No? Away. That was definitely outside. So funny, if you don't look at the monitor, we're perched above home plate. From our vantage point behind home, that looked like it grabbed the outside corner. Then you quickly look at the monitor and realize, no, that was about 6 inches off the plate. And Bobby, this seems so important because the last 3 starts for Matthew Boyd, 11 innings of work, that's all, with 8 walks. And incredibly, 20 strikeouts. Those were his last 3 starts up and in, so they were all short. He hasn't started since the 21st of September. It seems to me the key today, get him into the strike zone.
Yeah, you got to get him in the strike zone. You got to get him in the strike zone. It's not premium command. He's going to throw stuff over to White. You got to be ready for it when he comes in there.
Banez takes ball 1, the 1-0 pitch. That's high, up and away. Crowd groaning, but these are not. It's not a tight strike zone. These are fairly big misses. Ramon De Jesus behind home plate today. Jim Wolf at first. Todd Titchener is our second base umpire. Chad Fairchild at third. Working the lines today. Nick Marley in left. Adam Beck in right. 2-0, swing and a miss. That's the very good changeup for Matthew Boyd. He gets a lot of chase with that, doesn't he, Bob?
He does get a lot of chase with it, but more importantly, right there, 2-0. When he is behind in the count, he likes to throw that pitch to both-handed hitters. A lot of times lefties won't throw the changeup to lefties. He will throw it in those situations.
Beerling takes a short, cautious lead off first. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a foul. Fastball up and in. Most years in the Tigers uniform, righties have had a pretty substantial edge off Matthew Boyd. Last in the Tigers uniform last year. 15 starts with the Tigers last year. 5-5 with a 5.40 ERA. But on any given day, the stuff was good enough that he could get the swing and miss and have a good start. Banez waiting. Instead, a little flip over to first. Boyd does a very good job. Did I just hear some boos? That's only supposed to happen on the road when the pitcher throws over to first. This crowd's a little jazzed up. They're like, oh, wait a minute. That's for the opposing pitcher. Sorry.
They are fired up.
Naylor holding with Beerling. Short, cautious lead at first. The 2-2. Check swing. Got him. Ramon De Jesus rings him up. That's a perfect changeup, bottom rail. 2 outs, man on here in the first.
Yeah, Boyd does a nice job of that. Throwing that on the bottom rail, letting it fade just off the bottom. He also does a nice job of throwing it away from right-handed hitters. Good arm action. Looks just like his heater. That low 3/4 arm slot and a wide low 3/4 arm slot. Ball's way away from his ear. It's a good pitch to Andy Banez.
Boyd much tougher on lefties and righties. Green, fly ball, left field. This one's fairly deep but playable. Quan will go back a couple of steps in front of the track, make the catch. Good swing for Green, but it's the 3rd out of the first. A walk and no more for the Tigers. We go to the bottom of the 1st inning in Cleveland. Tigers trying to even this series at a game apiece. We're scoreless. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meijer.
Now through November 1st, SiriusXM is giving away a pair of tickets to every MLB postseason game through the World Series. Listen to MLB Network Radio for the clues and be the first caller to correctly name the postseason hero, and you'll receive a pair of tickets to an MLB postseason game. MLB Network Radio has your chance to win on SiriusXM 89 and the all-new SiriusXM app. No transportation will be included in connection with these prizes. For full contest information and official rules, visit SiriusXM.com/MLB postseason heroes. No purchase necessary. Open only to current SiriusXM subscribers prior to September 22nd. Must be a U.S. resident over the age of 18.
Every night after the final out, the Round Trip Roundup brings you the scores, highlights, and analysis from every game across Major League Baseball, all in less than 30 minutes.
Swung on and missed, strike 3 and a no-hitter.
It's the perfect way to get caught up on all the night's biggest home runs and best performances.
And a high drive, deep right center.
It's the Round Trip Roundup on MLB Network Radio every night on SiriusXM Channel 89 and every morning on the SiriusXM app.
For the latest updates on Helene, tune to alerts from the Weather Channel. What to expect and who may be impacted.
Hi, I'm meteorologist Jim Cantori. When severe weather is impacting any part of the country, alerts from the Weather Channel for live simulcast of the Weather Channel for the latest information to keep you safe and informed.
Tune to alerts from the Weather Channel for the latest information on Helene.
Whenever active weather is breaking, alerts from the Weather Channel on the SiriusXM app. Just search weather.
Tigers fans, after this game, get back to what's really important, your fantasy football team. We're talking about it right now on Channel 87 and on the SiriusXM app.
Tigers Radio Network. 27-year-old from Hayward, California, Tarek Skubal.
Tarek Skubal on the mound out there. We know the arsenal. Four-seam fastball. He'll cruise at 97, 98 miles an hour. He'll run it up there triple digits on occasion. Changeup. Power sinker that he throws a lot to left-handed hitters. Doesn't see many left-handed hitters, but they get a heavy dose of fastball. Slider and the curveball. Curveball doesn't use second, third time through the...
Stephen Kwan, the first to face him. He had a very good game one with a couple of walks and a double. First pitch, he's showing bunt. He bunts it foul on the ground behind home plate. Fry, Ramirez to follow. Lineup very similar to game one at the top. Really the only swap out. Bo Naylor, the left-handed hitting catcher, swapped out for Austin Hedges. Otherwise, the lineup is the same. Noel bumped up a spot. Jimenez moved down a spot. Next offering to Kwan, misses the mark. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bierling's in tight at third, rest of the infield back. The wind up the 1-1. Fastball perfect, down at the bottom of the strike zone for a called strike 2. Tarek Skubal only faced the Guardians once this year. It's kind of a fascinating start. The 1-2. Got him. 98. Buried it at the knees away. What a pitch. Strikeout of Kwan, the guy who strikes out, the toughest to strike out in the American League the last 2 years. And that's about the only way you're going to get him on a called third.
Best pitch in baseball now, in the past, and forever for 150 years is a well-located heater. When it's got a little attitude on it at 98, down and away, I got news for you, Jack. You ain't hitting that one.
Fastball at the belt, a little bit high. David Fry at the plate. But that start came here in Cleveland in July. The 1-0, swinging a ground ball to third, gobbled up by Bierling, across the diamond to Torkelson. 2 up, 2 down, 6 pitches. 10 hits in 7 innings of work. Skubal only gave up 1 run. Remember, this is the toughest team, one of the toughest to strike out in the American League. 1 run on 10 hits, 1 walk and 6 strikeouts. There was a day where as AJ described it after the game, Ramirez digs in, a game where the Guardians stayed true to their approach, very disciplined to their approach. Fastball at the belt, ball 1, which was to attack the changeup.
Yeah.
And they had 9 singles and a double. But Tarek Skubal just pitched in and out of trouble all day. The 1-0, fastball at the knees for a called strike. Ramon de Jesus. Accurate strike zone so far. That's the pitch that didn't get called a strike in the first inning on Ramirez a couple of days ago. It turned out to be big, the 1-1. Fastball. That's a strike. Third base side of the rubber, Skubal into his motion, the 2-1. Fastball gets the call a little bit low this time. So the count should be 2-2, and it is.
There you go.
Jose Ramirez, again, just monster numbers as a right-handed batter. He's been good from both sides in his career. Big gap this year, the 2-2. Swinging a slicing drive deep down the right field line toward the corner. Foul. Winsel Perez in right today. Bobby, we saw this in Detroit. He made a running catch with the card in his hand, and he dropped the card on its way to that ball. The 2-2, swinging a foul right back our way.
I got you, partner. Didn't get here. I got you, though.
Didn't get here. So, I mean, but twice now we've seen Winsel Perez. He's still got the card in his hand.
He dropped the card on the track on the way by. He was running, had to run, go get it. Barely got back to position on time.
Again, the 2-2, swing and a miss. Yes, indeed. Had to check, make sure he didn't foul tip it. Ramirez strikes out. What a beauty. Change up down in the strike zone to get Ramirez. 1-2-3 first with 2 punch outs for Skubal. We head to the second. No score. Tigers and Guardians, game 2 of the ALDS on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
Bank, we're creating opportunity for small businesses to make it big. Big like hearing your small business featured in a radio ad for free, or getting free sports tickets to entertain a client. Comerica Bank brings big perks like these and more to every small business customer. To learn how opportunity happens here, visit comerica.com/prosper. Member FDIC Equal Opportunity Lender. Offers available to Comerica small business customers only. Terms apply.
For 175 years, Comerica has thrived through every rise.
Hey, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. The one that's listening to the MLB wildcard game with us. Please hit that subscribe button and help this awesome community grow. We are trying to do as much sports as possible, but of course, we're the home of all of the Toronto sports live events. So please help our group of Toronto sports fans continue to grow. Hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell so you don't miss it when we go live for every single MLB playoff game this season. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button. Thanks for making that sub counter keep on going up. We're shooting for 50K. Let's get there. We need your help. Thank you. Now let's get back to the chat. Good luck to your team. Hope they win.
Access to the care and resources they need. And we'll be ready to help for the next 85 years.
Northville Lumber is Michigan's Trex decking leader in the official lumber yard of the Detroit Tigers radio network. NorthvilleLumber.com.
Dig 811. Safety is in your hands. Dial 811 before any digging project. No score. Second inning. Ian Dickerson along with Bobby Scales. So glad to have you along for Game 2 of the American League Division Series. Guardians took Game 1 7-0. We're scoreless to the top of the second today. It's time for Dollars on Deck. As Spencer Torkelson gets a hit this inning, Northville Lumber will donate to Detroit Lightbusters. Northville Lumber is Michigan's #1 Trex dealer. Bobby, we are watching some fascinating, some great instant classic postseason games. Talk already in these early games about the importance on the pitching side of the equation to limit the damage.
Yeah.
Not give up home runs, extra base hits, but especially home run prevention is so big in the postseason. Wenzel Perez batting the first pitch, fastball away, flipping that around. That means on the other side, because you're facing such good pitching throughout the postseason with all the days off, bullpens, the importance of being able to, because you're not going to score runs very often with a single, a walk, a single.
Right.
It's just you're not going to do that against these best bullpens. The 1-1, swinging a high fly ball, right center field, fairly deep, but playable, looking right into the sun. Noel will make the catch in right center. One up and one down in the second. You heard A.J. Pierzynski talking about it yesterday. Phillies down 3-0. He's like, hey, they need a big fly from one of their key hitters.
Yeah.
And sure enough, how they get back in the game? Harper, Castellanos with back-to-back home runs to tie the game. So it does become important for this. Not a Tigers team that hits with a lot of power, but they're going to need probably a big home run or two to get to these starting pitchers before the bullpen. Fastball strike to Spencer Torkelson.
No, Dan, you're absolutely right, and that's what happens in postseason. Everything's more compact in the postseason. You're going to get the top of the rotations. You're going to get them a second time with all the off days, and you're going to get leverage relievers the whole time.
The strike one. Fastball above the belt. 1-1 on Torkelson. 0 for 8 with 3 walks, 5 strikeouts so far in the postseason.
You know, and with that, swing off and split a gap or hit one over the wall. I won't say it has to happen, but it has to happen.
The 1-1 swing and a pop-up foul first base side, and that will get safely into the seats. 1-2 on Torkelson, and that's the whole thing. It's not like they tell hitters, hey, you got to hit home runs.
Right.
It's what they preach all season long, and it's just obviously on a higher stage. When you have your shot to do damage, take your shot. But you can't miss those pitches over the plate. The 1-2. Bounce down and in, and there were a couple of early examples of that the other day. But when you've got that fastball over the plate and you know you're going to get that because that was your approach going up, you've got to make sure you do damage.
And the funny thing is, a lot of times when you take that approach and you know how important it is, you shorten up your swing and you make better contact.
2-2, down and in. I think of Spencer Torkelson, who's at the plate right now, talking about the home run he hit in Chicago. It was 440 to straightaway center. He was just trying to hit a single to center field.
And that's how it happens. You have supreme barrel accuracy, and you take just a little bit off your...
3-2, swing and a miss. Good changeup. Down and away. 2 up, 2 down, second inning of a scoreless game.
You know, you take just a touch off. You swing it like 90% instead of 100, and you got a little bit more barrel accuracy, and you square that ball up, and it goes, and you're not even trying to do so. So, you're right. Those opportunities are much more magnified in postseason baseball.
And you think of all the work that goes on the mental skills side of the equation. Being able to slow your heartbeat down in the big moment. First pitch slider grabs the outside corner to Parker Meadows, strike one. You think of the Meadows at bat against Robert Suarez in San Diego. The strike one. Off the plate away. The grand slam in the ninth. He missed the 3-1. He said, I just stepped out, took a big deep breath, and told myself just quit trying to match his 102. Be more relaxed. Swinging a soft ground ball to third and barehanded by Ramirez. He'll throw to first. Not in time. What an effort by Jose Ramirez. That was like a hard bunch. And he had no chance as that ball was being cued away from him toward the line to do anything but barehand and throw. And he almost got one of the better base runners down that first base line, Parker Meadows.
That's a heck of a play by Ramirez right there. You're right, Dan. And I even thought about maybe Parker Meadows should lay down a bunt here against Matthew Boyd. But he essentially did with that swing of the slider away. He cues it off the end of the bat. It had some wicked spin on that ball. Ramirez did a nice job just to barehand it and didn't get the throw off. But Parker Meadows beats it down the line.
That brings up Jake Rogers. First pitch. Big. There was some big break on that. Almost looked like the sweeper. That was the changeup at 79 for a called strike. So right now, Boyd standing in sunshine. The pitch is immediately delivered into shadow, and there's shadow behind him. Step toward first. He does have a balk move. There's no question about that. He doesn't get called for it, but that step is testing the 45-degree angle.
Stinking left-handers.
I mean, he's stepping.
These guys, man. Yeah. Pitchers and then left-handed pitchers, too. Killing me, Smalls.
Boyd does a very good job paying attention to the running game. Jake Rogers takes a changeup outside. He basically stops it. Some lefties, you can go first move. This is not one of those guys.
Boyd's savvy, too. He'll slide step you, and he'll also throw the changeup and breaking balls off the slide step.
No score, second inning. Second baseman Jimenez shades up the middle. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. I'm just not sure you can see the ball right now. So the shadow, again, there's a little bracket of sunshine that's on the mound right now. Shadow goes about 60 feet under the outfield grass behind Boyd's shadow as he delivers the ball to home plate, and then bright sunshine out to the batter's eye. Not easy to see. The 1-2. Down and in, the back foot slider. Rogers steps out of the way. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tigers looking for a big early hit. First sign of trouble for, you would think, for Matthew Boyd. That bullpen door is going to open up. Making his first start since September the 21st. Another flip over to first. Boy, he froze Meadows for a brief instant. Good thing he had about a half-step lead.
He also froze Bo Naylor, too. Josh Naylor. You can pick your first baseman off, too. I've seen it where guys get hit in the chest by the ball. They start looking home. Boyd's got to move that's that good.
Tigers would take that.
Yep.
Meadows edges off. No score second. The 2-2 is swinging a fly ball left field, hit hard. Right to Kwan. He stops, comes in 2 steps, makes the catch. Looked like that ball had a little more carry on it off the bat, but it kind of died in shallow left field on a line. Rogers lines out. Second inning, the Tigers get a base runner, but that runner does not advance past first. We head to the bottom of the second inning in Cleveland. No score. Tigers and Guardians. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meyer.
Nobody gets you ready for the NBA season like Sirius XM NBA Radio.
Already you can tell that's going to be a fun team to watch.
This is someone who is ready for the bright lights.
Our experts are weighing in on the playoff hopes of your favorite team.
Defensively, they have 0 weaknesses.
Hear conversations with the biggest stars in the game.
Talking to the one and only Steph Curry. Talk with Jason Tatum of the Boston Celtics.
Anthony Edwards.
I want to compete at the highest level.
We're previewing the season all this week on NBA Radio, Channel 86 in the car, and on the all-new Sirius XM app.
Sirius XM has everything a college football fan needs.
He's in trouble, and down he goes. The ball comes out.
All the big games are on the Sirius XM app.
Down the sidelines, midfield. It's a race. Picking them up, putting them down.
Plus, hear daily in-depth analysis on College Sports Radio, Channel 84.
There's not a lot of holes or weaknesses on that football team, and they've got the goods where you want to have the goods for a championship caliber roster.
Our experts get you ready for game day every day on Sirius XM and the Sirius XM app.
Now through November 1st, SiriusXM is giving away a pair of tickets to every MLB postseason game through the World Series. Listen to MLB Network Radio for the clues and be the first caller to correctly name the postseason hero, and you'll receive a pair of tickets to an MLB postseason game. MLB Network Radio has your chance to win on SiriusXM 89 and the all-new SiriusXM app. No transportation will be included in connection with these prizes. For full contest information and official rules, visit SiriusXM.com/MLB postseason heroes. No purchase necessary. Open only to current SiriusXM subscribers prior to September 22nd. Must be a U.S. resident over the age of 18.
In season or out of season, the number one place for college sports is SiriusXM College Sports Radio, Channel 84.
Terry Scoble getting ready to face the Guardians in the bottom of the second inning, a 1-2-3 first. Strikeouts of Juan and Ramirez. Guardians lineup that just feel good about the way this Tigers entire staff, I feel, Bobby, still, even after the 7-0 loss in Game 1, matches up against this Guardians offense because they struggled down the stretch, 3.5 runs a game, just a little over that for the last 2 months of the season.
No, yeah, I mean, absolutely. There's no panic. There's no reason to panic. They got out to the 5-run lead, had a little misfortune on an error, and then a ball that, Lane Thomas ambushes Reese Holster. I mean, these things happen in baseball. You hate for it to happen when they did, but they do. So, no, a lot of that game, they were pitching very effectively against this lineup.
First pitch to Lane Thomas, who had the big 3-run home run swing and a miss. He starts him off with a 96-mile-an-hour heater. That is the average fastball for Tarek Skubal. It's actually closer to 97 this year. The strike one. Fastball is 97. Above the belt, ball one. Bierling is deep, about 3 steps off the line at third. Sweeney shades toward the hole at short, the 1-1. Fastball at the belt for a called strike. That can be a 50-50 ball. It's good to see that one called a strike by Ramon de Jesus. Outfield plays Thomas to pull just slightly. The 1-2, swinging a fly ball softly into right. Late break for Perez, but he'll come in through the light tower shadows, make the catch. There are 6 distinct, long, skinny, and I mean long and skinny, light tower shadows. Those start in left field and go all the way to the right field line. The shadows, the length of the shadows, a couple 100 feet. They will slowly move off the playing surface. Still tricky, you would think, for hitters. Josh Naylor takes first pitch fastball strike. You talk about working the edges at 96, 97, and 98. This is impressive. Left side of the infield shifts to the right to strike one. 98 just misses up and away. Tarek Skubal did see a few lefties this year. 113 at-bats. That actually seems like a pretty big number. Lefties hit 186. Josh Naylor can hit a lefty. Takes a fastball low and outside, 2-1. Sweeney at short, right up the middle. Bierling shaded toward the hole between short and third. Skubal working quickly, the 2-1. Swing and a miss. 96 in a good spot below the knees. Helmet flies off. Naylor takes a moment before he digs back in.
That's a good pitch right there, down and away from Naylor. Like you said, 2-1 count right there. He tried to take his shot, wasn't there, comes up empty. Skubal beat him with a heater.
Naylor spreads out in that left-handed batter's box, knees bent, bends back, and then bends toward the plate. He swings and pops up a fastball into shallow left center. Sweeney waving his arms. He will make the catch in shallow left field. 2 up, 2 down, 5 up, 5 down. Nice start so far for Tarek Skubal. Injury report is brought to you by McLaren Health, the official healthcare system of the Detroit Tigers. Everybody healthy for this game. The Guardians actually had an injury today. Tyler Freeman went on the injured list, and Angel Martinez was activated. Noel at the plate. First pitch, strike one. Swing and a miss. Good changeup down and away.
That's such a good pitch by Skubal. Fastball away from him and up. First pitch, beat him with that one. He throws a changeup in that same window. Looks like it's going to the same spot and just sinks down and away from the right-handed hitter Noel.
The windup in the 0-2. Fastball 99 up. Jake Rogers likes what he sees, points the glove out. Skubal gets the ball, settles back in. Third base side into his motion. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. What a good combo. Change up down, wipes out Noel. 6 up, 6 down. And not many pitches needed for Tarek Skubal. We head to the third scoreless in Cleveland on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
I'm Dan Campbell, head coach of the Detroit Lions. What if I told you there's a legal team whose winning record goes back over 50 years? What if this team had a roster of some of the best and brightest in their field? And what if I said that every time this team wins, you win too? I'm talking about Michigan's first family of law, Sam Bernstein Law. If you've been injured in an accident, calling Sam would be the best call you ever make. Get a winning team to fight for you. Get the Bernstein advantage. Call Sam.
Injured? 1-800-CALL-SAM.
Hate's a strong word, but if you bought your home on a mortgage payment, well, rates have finally dropped and refis are back. So don't wait another day to connect with your local home loan expert at mortgagematchup.com. They'll work with you on a personalized refi plan that can help you save money now and for years to come. Don't hate your rate. Refi now. Go to mortgagematchup.com. Powered by United Wholesale Mortgage LLC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 3038. Licensed in all 50 states and the District of Columbia.
No matter what your sport, you win with energy efficiency tips from DTE. DTE's online interactive home can help you find tools, tips, and programs to lower your energy bill. Our Insight app gives you real-time information to make changes to reduce your usage. And our rebates put real money back into your pocket. So check out dteenergy.com/home and you'll score! Savings, that is. DTE.
Hey, baseball fans, Mike Valena here. If you're looking for a great trip to plan, go do something fun, how about Vegas? The D.com, the D Las Vegas. It's your home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
Third inning today is brought to you by Birmingham Plumbing. Visit birminghamplumbing.com. Today's game brought to you in part by Sam Bernstein Law Firm. They bring you instant replay every game when you need the right call made. 1-800-CALL-SAM. Final warm-up tosses for Matthew Boyd. Making his first career postseason. The team, really, about the only team he's ever really played for. Handful of innings with Seattle. Tigers saw him that year. Remember the Giants, Scott Harris had signed him. He was coming back from flexor tendon surgery at that point. They knew he wouldn't be ready till the middle of the season. They traded him to Seattle in 2022. So the Tigers saw him down the stretch that year for a minute. Then back to the Tigers, now with the Guardians. First pitch, fastball low and in. His average fastball coming off the injured list, again coming back from Tommy John, and it was late June of last year. This is actually a pretty quick comeback from Tommy John. Average fastball is 92, fastball in 2-0. Tigers' young lefties, I think one of the real positives this year, Bobby, their young lefties have put up some pretty solid numbers against lefties this year in their rookie seasons. 2-0, swinging a pop-up. Softly into left, Rocchio out, Kwan in. Kwan will make the catch in that little sliver of sunshine that's between the roof line and the last row of the upper deck. One up, one down on a soft fly ball to left, but Sweeney had good at-bats against lefties. Cole Keefe did not get the start today. He hit over 300 against lefties. But A.J. Hinch didn't like this particular lefty for him. So far, lefties 4 for 28 against Boyd. It brings up Justin Henry Malloy. First pitch, swing and a miss. Good arm action on the changeup.
No, it's really good arm action on the changeup. That's his pitch, too. Sinks down and away from right-handed hitters.
The strike one. Fastball away at 93. Malloy soft fly ball to left his first time up. Shadows keep moving from the third baseline out toward right field. Right sunshine in center and in right now. The 1-1 line driving to left. That'll be a base hit over Rocchio at short. Solid line single. Justin Henry Malloy is 3 for 5 in his first exposure to postseason baseball. The DH today for manager A.J. Hinch.
That's a good swing by Jay Hint right there. It was just a fastball middle. Didn't miss that one. Missed one similar to that early in the first at-bat. Boyd's fastball plays a little bit harder. A little bit of deception with him. He's got a long arm stroke, but he's got a stab down his left leg, so you can't really see the ball as it's coming out.
Now Vierling at the plate. Again, you look to the righties to have big at-bats if the Tigers are going to chase the ex-Tiger Matthew Boyd off the mound early. Bullpens tend to get on high alert much earlier in the postseason. The 1-1. Vierling takes fastball inner half. Does that a lot. Raises his hands up out of the way on pitches that are firmly in the strike zone. It's just kind of how he hits, though, isn't it, Bobby? He's looking away.
It is. He's looking away. His swing is naturally that way. Anything inner half early, he'll let go.
1-1. Changeup floats high. And again, first 5 starts, Boyd went 5 1/3, 5 1/3. He went 6 innings twice. 6 innings 3 times in a row. And in his last 3 starts, 4 1/3, 2 2/3, and 4 innings. Vierling takes down and in. There's a pretty good chance to start today. He's starting for the first time in more than 2 weeks. Pretty good chance his start today is going to be 5 innings or shorter. And if the Tigers put together any kind of a threat, and they're trying to do that here in the 3rd, we might see activity in that bullpen soon. Vierling waiting on a 3-1. Boyd sets the 3-1 pitch. A swing and a foul out of play. He just poured the fastball in, and that's one that, boy, that he's got to be able to do damage on.
Well, and that's the thing. So this is the evolution for Matt Vierling. There's going to be some at-bats where he's going to have to go against his plan, his own personal plan, and look in and try to do damage pull side.
The 3-2, swing and a foul. That was an emergency hack on a fastball up. He couldn't let it go.
Because Dan, they know, the league knows he likes the ball out away from him. He likes to drive that ball the other way. So you saw the 1-0 pitch was a fastball inner half that most guys like. He doesn't want that pitch. That's fine. That's part of his plan. The next one was the one he's got to square up. And sometimes you have to just take your shot and try to go pull side, even if it's not your way.
3-2 pitch, swing and a little dribbler that kicks off down the third base line, off to the left. Vierling's going to see at least 8 pitches, so he has now seen 15 pitches in his 2 trips to the plate against Boyd. See if that leads to some solid contact on a 3-2. Short, cautious lead at first for Malloy. Boyd works third base side of the rubber, places that right foot in front of the left when he sets the 3-2. Swing and a foul over the screen down to our right. You'll see at least 9 pitches.
Another 4-seamer in from Boyd. They're really trying to pound him in.
You would think he'd just stay in there, Bobby.
You would think so, but, he's got that good changeup. He may want to work away, too.
The 3-2, down and in.
Good
went with a back foot slider. And Matt Vierling battles for 9 pitches, draws his 2nd walk against Boyd. 2 men on, 1 out. You have to take advantage of these early scoring opportunities, given the quality of the bullpen. And Andy Ibanez steps to the plate, took a called third, first time up. That was a changeup at the bottom of the strike zone. First pitch here, up and away with the fastball. Feels like the timing is coming back for Ibanez against lefties. We talked about it in Houston right before the double. You feel it's all about the approach.
Absolutely. Plus count, he may sit soft here.
2 on, 1 out. The 1-0, swing and a foul, slices out of play. And it was.
You can tell by the way the guy gets ready to swing what he's looking to do. And he got ready to hit a little bit later on purpose. He was sitting for that changeup, got it, and fouled it off.
Malloy at second, Vierling at first. Ibanez waiting on a 1-1 pitch. On the way. Swing and a high fly ball to right, playable. Long run for John Kinsey Noel. He's going to make the catch over by the screen. Henry taking up, going to third. Throw one hopper just off the mark. Aggressive base running, and what an arm for John Kinsey Noel. And
he sure did. He ran a long way to get this ball. Noel's a big man. He covered a lot of ground just to catch that ball. Kind of tumbles into the stands just a little bit, into the netting, reverse pivot and throws a strike to Jose Ramirez at third base. Justin Henry Malloy did a nice job tagging up on the foul ball. Just got in there.
Lefties 4 for 28 against Matt Boyd so far, with 2 of those 4 hits being home runs. Good swing for Green first time up. First pitch, ground ball softly to second. Menez down to Anita fielded. Will flip to Naylor at first. Green grounds out softly. 2 at bats, 2 pitches, 2 outs. Tigers drain 2 at the corners. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning in Cleveland. Scoreless. Tigers and Guardians, Game 2 of the American League Division Series. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meyer.
In a season already plagued with injuries and underachievers, your fantasy football team is faced with yet another obstacle.
The bye weeks are here! The bye weeks are here!
When your star player takes a week off, listen to SiriusXM Fantasy Sports Radio for winning fantasy football advice.
You got to work the waiver wire. You got to make trades. The draft is just a piece of the puzzle.
Our experts tell you who to play in this time of need.
Now the work really starts.
Your frontline source for fantasy football, Channel 87, and on the SiriusXM app.
That was an all-time classic.
Adam Shine brings his unique perspective and passionate sports talk to Mad Dog Sports Radio.
That game led the league in holy cow wow moments.
The biggest and hottest names across Major League Baseball.
Star shortstop for the Kansas City Royals, Bobby Witt Jr.
It's great to kind of build the new culture here in Kansas City.
Shine on Sports, weekdays 9 Eastern. Mad Dog Sports Radio, Sirius XM 82 in the car and on the all-new Sirius XM app.
No one keeps you closer to U.S. soccer than SiriusXM FC.
We're now joined by U.S. men's national team head coach Mauricio Pochettino.
The country is about to compete, to win, and to give everything. What we need to translate to the fans, we need to be protagonists, we need to be aggressive team, an entertainment team, because we are USA and the culture is about to win.
Hear more from Mauricio Pochettino on the SiriusXM app. Just search FC.
24/7, 365 coverage of all things NASCAR. All things NASCAR happens exclusively on SiriusXM NASCAR Radio, Channel 90.
Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
2 on, 1 out. Top half of the inning, could not score.
Yeah, it's a tough one right there. There was a good opportunity right there. Had Boyd a little bit on the ropes. Riley chased the 2-seamer that was in a little bit. Hitting's hard, gang, and it's harder in the postseason. Juice is flowing, adrenaline all over the place. Uncharacteristic for him to try to swing at that ball that was in, chasing him in, that 2-seamer from a left-handed hitter. But you know what? That's the postseason. That's why these games are fun. That's why they're tight. A lot on the line. We know that.
And I know we've seen a lot of run scoring in some other series, but when you've got 2 teams that pitched well in the regular season, and they were pitching well down the stretch going into the postseason, like the Tigers and Guardians, and you have all the off days so that the bullpen can stay rested. A bunt attempt by Jimenez, he was running out of the batter's box, Ichiro style, trying to leave the bat back and bunt, but he missed. Strike 1. The strike 1, swing and a miss, 96, middle of the strike zone to the lefty. Jimenez, he really struggles against lefties. His offensive production has dropped rather sharply each of the last 2 years. He had a great season as a 23-year-old, but the average has dropped off. The power has dropped off. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a soft little tap foul. And you just know that runs, even though it was 7-0 game 1, I just feel like the run's still going to be at a premium the rest of this series. Skubal gets a signed glove in front of the face, drops the hand, steps back, lifts the hands, a big swing of the leg, delivers slider middle of the plate. Jimenez fouls it out of play.
Be careful there, doing a little bit of a favor, throwing that slider in there at 90. Run that 2-seamer right on his hands, let it beat it off his foot or chase it.
The 0-2, dotted 99, didn't get the call. That's a strike.
Yeah. Ramon DeJesus, too, had a little bit of a reputation for being a pitcher's umpire, a little bit big on the corners and down.
Now fastball, right at the bottom rail, just an inch below, and called that way by Ramon DeJesus. Ball 2. He just made 2 incredible pitches. Into his motion, the 2-2. Going away, fastball away. This is a very aggressive hitter, unusual for Jimenez to take 3 pitches like that, all close. Given his track record, if this pitch is close, he'll be swinging. 3-2, swing and a miss. Got him in the strike zone with a slider. I love the pace that Skubal's working at right now.
He works quickly normally. This is a beat quicker than he normally works. I mean, you're right, Dan. He's getting it and pouring it in the glove. No messing around. Big 29 out there meaning business.
7 up, 7 down. Skubal, again, only faced the Guardians once this year. 2 good starts last year. Fastball off the plate and into Austin Hedges. This is a guy you just have to go right after. For some reason, the Tigers have had a tough time getting him out the last 2 years. Shows bunt, pulls the bat back. It's a strike on the inner half of the plate. 6 for 16 with 6 RBIs the last 2 years. Those are big numbers for Austin Hedges because he hasn't hit anybody for a long, long time. 1-1, fastball strike. You would think this is just the approach against Austin Hedges.
Just pour it in there.
No score. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Change up, down in the strike zone. 5th strikeout for Tarek Skubal. Shadows might still be playing a little bit of an issue right now, but this is also really good, precise power stuff. Fastball changeup combination is working early for Skubal.
That slider's been a plus pitch for him too, as it normally has been, but he's got really good command of it today.
Rocchio, the switch hitter, batting righty. First pitch, he swings and fouls it back to the screen. Strike 1. Today's game brought to you in part by Meyer, proud hometown partner of the Detroit Tigers. And also by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, the official healthcare provider of the Detroit Tigers radio network. No score in the 3rd. The wind-up to strike 1. Fastball. Man, oh man. All of a sudden, the strike zone has gotten tight. These are strikes.
Yeah, like I said, I told you earlier, he's been a little bit of a pitcher umpire. This zone is tight today.
1-1. Fastball misses in. I'm talking, that's not working the edges. That's in the strike zone.
Pitch is on the plate. You're right.
Wow. 2-1 on Brian Rocchio. The 2-1 pitch, swinging a foul back to the screen. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Complete and total trust in the guy behind the plate. Jake Rogers caught every one of his now 33 starts this year. The 2-2. Got him. He just poured it in the strike zone. What a powerful first trip through the lineup for Tarek Skubal. Wow.
That's just gas, Dan.
9 up, 9 down, 98 freezes Rocchio. 6 strikeouts in the first 3 innings for Skubal. We head to the 4th. No score. Tigers and Guardians, Game 2 of the American League Division Series on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
At Comerica Bank, we're creating opportunity for small businesses to make it big. Big like hearing your small business featured in a radio ad for free, or getting free sports tickets to entertain a client. Comerica Bank brings big perks like these and more to every small business customer. To learn how opportunity happens here, visit comerica.com/prosper. Member FDIC Equal Opportunity Lender. Offers available to Comerica small business customers only. Terms apply.
For 175 years, Comerica has thrived through every rise and fall. We've lived through triumphs and turmoil, witnessed every advance, and survived every setback. Through surety and uncertainty, we've stood the test of time by standing by our beliefs, our values, and our customers. Comerica Bank, 175 years strong. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Hey, baseball fans, Mike Valena here. On your next trip to Vegas, you got to go to the D Las Vegas. You're going to feel right at home because the D, it's all about you. It's all about Detroit. It's not on the Strip. It's in downtown Vegas. The odds are better, the party's bigger, and the D has got...
Cheers, Insiders. Thanks for hanging out with us today for this MLB playoff game. Please take a minute to go check out our campaign page. We are running our fall drive for Sick Kids Hospital in Toronto. You can click the QR code that's right here on the screen right now, or the link that's pinned in the chat. That's going to take you there, where if you could, make a donation, even if it's just small. If it's big, great. Small is awesome too. It will add up. Look at the amount of people that we have here hanging out with us during these baseball games. Let's make a difference in our community. A portion of our proceeds from Toronto Sports Insider goes donated every single month to this Sick Kids different campaigns. Please take a few minutes to, if you are watching a game and you see an advertiser pop up that you might be interested in, please click it. It does benefit this great campaign that we're running with Sick Kids Hospital as well. Thank you all for being here. Cheers to everybody. Enjoy the rest of the game, and good luck to your team.
League at the end of the season, with the addition of Cater Montero and the subtraction of Casey Mize for this series on the roster, the Tigers have exactly half the roster now. Guys who are officially still rookies.
That's unbelievable.
13 of 26. Winslow Perez batting first pitch. Slow curveball and a beauty for a called strike one. Drops it in at 71 on the inner half of the plate. Ramirez a step behind the base at third. Shortstop Rocchio shades up the middle of the strike one. Swinging a ground ball fair down the third base line. That's heading into the corner for extra bases. Winslow Perez around first will scoot into second base. Up with the ball. Kwan gets it in. Lead off double here in the fourth for Perez.
Yeah, good hitting by Winslow right there. He got the first pitch, super slow breaking ball at 71 miles an hour. Then Boyd threw that little changeup in there. Winslow didn't hit it too hard, but he was able to beat Ramirez down the third base line. No play for him. Easy down the third base line. He's into second with a leadoff double.
This is where your approach really pays off, Bobby. Think of the at-bats against Framber Valdez, and the Tigers scored 3 in Houston, just back through the middle. Each RBI single was to the middle, big part of the field. Curveball away. I feel like Spencer Tork.
It's natural. You guys want to do well. They want to pick their boys up, do well for the team. I'm trying just a little bit too hard right now, that's all.
The 1-0. Swinging a high fly ball, right field, fairly deep, but playable. This will get Perez over to third. John Kenzie Noel onto the track will make the catch. Perez scoots over to third. The throw comes into Jimenez on a couple of hops. Fly ball advances Perez to third base. That's the approach, though, you're looking for from Torkelson. His teammates greet him as he goes back into the dugout. Big part of the field.
Yeah, Tork just missed that ball. He hit that ball hard to right field. That was a good swing. Got something he could hit. A fastball outer third. And just hit it a little bit too high. But that was a good swing. And advanced run to third base for Parker Meadows.
Meadows more of a fly ball pitcher. This is an opportunity to get the ball in the air and get that runner home from third. First pitch to Parker Meadows. Swing and a foul. He's seeing a steady diet of sweeping breaking balls. That's how Matthew Boyd gets lefties out. It's a tough at-bat for a lefty. Winslow Perez runs well. Contact play almost surely on. Boyd sets working third base side. Holds the glove at the letters, the strike ones. 79 sweeping away. No balls, 2 strikes.
Parker's got to stay, not even middle of the field in this situation. He's got to stay in that left center field gap and fight off anything in. Probably going to get a 2-seamer running in on him right here.
The 0-2 in the dirt, down and away. Austin Hedges blocks it at home plate. Hedges may not be able to hit much, but he is very good defensively behind the plate.
Always has been, too. And that's where his value lies for this Guardian club. Puts down the right fingers. Well, actually pushes the right buttons now, I guess. And can really smother most things and controls the running game very well.
1 ball, 2 strikes, infield in tight. The outfield plays Meadows to pull just slightly. Noel and right is deep. Man at third, 1 out. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Matthew Boyd knows how to get lefties out.
That's a tough at-bat for Parker Meadows. Matthew Boyd's got that low 3/4 arm slot. A little bit across his body as well. Looks like it's coming from second base. Then he throws that big sweeping slider. It's not a sweeper. I'm surprised it's not actually classified as a sweeper. It's so east-west, but that's a nasty pitch from Boyd.
See if Jake Rogers can pick up his teammate. First pitch fastball. Outer half for a called strike 1. We've seen Jake Rogers in big situations. Cade Smith getting loose in the Cleveland bullpen. About what we expected. Jake Rogers coming up with some big hits. When he gets them, they're usually up the middle. The pitch, slow breaking ball away. That's right on the outside edge.
That's one I thought if that ball's over the middle of the plate, Jake Rogers is going to tee off on that ball.
Waiting for Matthew Boyd to hang one for Jake Rogers, aren't you?
I sure am.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Beat him with a 93-mile-an-hour heater. Big crowd. Capacity now is around 34,000. They're getting on their feet here at Progressive Field. No score, fourth inning. Man on third, 2 outs. Infield backs up. Rogers waiting on a 1-2. On the way. Swing and a miss. Fastball beat him to the spot, inner half. Tigers get a leadoff double. Wenzel Perez stranded at third. The Tigers have stranded runners in scoring position the last 2 innings. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning, scoreless in Cleveland. It's the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meyer.
Take your love of 80s music to the max.
For sure. Like, totally.
With new wave and 80s alternative on First Wave, Channel 33. Feel the noise of spandex, big hair, and big riffs on Hair Nation Channel 39.
Come on, feel the noise.
Or bounce to hip-hop classics on LL Cool J's
Rock the Bells Radio.
Channel 43.
Hey, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. The one that's listening to the MLB wildcard game with us. Please hit that subscribe button and help this awesome community grow. We are trying to do as much sports as possible, but of course, we're the home of all of the Toronto sports live events. So please help our group of Toronto sports fans continue to grow. Hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell so you don't miss it when we go live for every single MLB playoff game this season. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button. Thanks for making that sub counter keep on going up. We're shooting for 50K. Let's get there. We need your help. Thank you. Now let's get back to the chat. Good luck to your team. Hope they win.
From Charlotte Motor Speedway on Sirius XM NASCAR Radio Channel 90 in the car and on the all-new Sirius XM app. Wherever you are with the Sirius XM app.
Let's make some smoke and drink some beer. Yeah.
Fantasy football players, from start-sit decisions to waiver wire advice. Win your fantasy football league with Fantasy Sports Radio, Channel 87, and on the Sirius XM app.
In Vegas.
Has gone 9 up, 9 down first 3 innings with 6 strikeouts. A couple of those were called third strikes. Dominating so far through the first 3 innings of this game. Skubal has needed just 43 pitches to get through 3. That's a good low total for him. Sharp contrast to the game in July. And the Guardians had 10 hits against him, 9 singles. They were sitting changeup. Against Houston, changeup was his primary pitch. Threw more fastballs than changes, but he threw the changeup a lot. Noticeable today, Bobby. He's going with the power stuff.
He sure is.
Only 6 changeups of his 43 pitches. First pitch misses off the plate inside. Changeup misses to Quan, ball 1. 1-0, swing and foul. Goes right back to that same spot, this time with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Quan just outstanding against lefties. Outside of Yordan Alvarez, some of the best production you'll see. Left on left, ground ball to second or to first base. Scooping it up, Torkelson across the bag with his right foot in foul territory. Quan grounds out. Good play by Torkelson. Quietly putting together some really nice defensive work at first base. He worked on it. It wasn't just about the bat when he went down. Mostly about that, of course. But truly, Bobby, he's made some improvements defensively, and it shows.
He's done a nice job. I think the thing that I'm most surprised about, or not surprised, most pleased about is he's very decisive. When he makes a move to go, get the short hop, or back up,
David Fry, ground ball to third, a step to his left. Vierling will field and flip to Torkelson. 2 up, 2 down on 4 pitches, 4th inning of a scoreless game.
But to finish that point, when he makes a decision to go, at the positions, they're going to cause you to make decisions to either come back, come in on the ball, get the short hop, or make sure you get the right one, or give ground and go back. He's been very decisive on those plays since he's been back here.
Jose Ramirez batting first pitch. Beautiful changeup on the outside corner, strike 1. No score. We're in the 4th inning. Tigers trying to even this series at a game apiece and then go back to Detroit. Ramirez swings and misses. Changeup down, struck out on the changeup down his first time up in a 7-pitch battle. Skubal trying to make this a really quick 4th. The 0-2. Changeup buried it in the dirt, down and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch counts brought to you every game by the Miller Law Firm, lawyers who support the community. Pitch count at a very reasonable 50 for Skubal here in the 4th. The 1-2, swing, miss, he got him. 90-mile-an-hour changeup. Ramirez strikes out, 7 strikeout for Skubal, ends the 4th. He's gone 12 up, 12 down to start game 2 of the division series. Head to the 5th inning, scoreless in Cleveland on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
Rocket met with first-time home buyers to get real about buying a home.
When you don't understand the process, you don't know what steps to take.
Money is just scary to begin with.
There's so many question marks. I wish there was like a home ownership coach out there.
My name's Austin. I'm an executive at Rocket. We're doing a lot, but we can do more just listening to you today.
Get real solutions to real concerns. Call 800-4ROCKET.
Rocket Mortgage LLC, NMLS number 33, NMLSconsumeraccess.org, equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states.
You just slept on it funny. I think it's supposed to be that color. It's probably just something you ate. That'll clear right up with some aloe. Some chicken soup will have you back on your feet in no time. Not sure. But Mom will probably know.
Don't rely on guesswork. For 85 years, Blue Cross has been providing Michiganders with access to the care and resources they need, and will be ready to help for the next 85 years.
Stories. We love to hear them. We love to tell them. Even more, we love to be in the moment our stories are born. Like the trips we take. To the forest. To the campground ball field where your little girl got her first base hit. Little moments like these create stories that last a lifetime. So here's to the next trip. Here's to the next story. General RV. Come home with a story.
Northville Lumber is Michigan's Trex decking leader in the official lumber yard of the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. NorthvilleLumber.com.
Two hitters, Sweeney, Malloy, and Vierling. We're in the 5th inning of a scoreless game. Batter's eye here, as we look at the shadows, top of the 5th inning, the batter's eye is still in bright sunshine, but the only sunshine now, Bobby, is deep center field. There's a little bit of a rectangle that moves toward the right field line, and in deep right field, I would think the hitting conditions, even with the batter's eye still in sunshine, are much better.
Oh, it's much better right now. Much better right now. And it's a little bit broken up. You know, sometimes it can be hit or miss with those stadiums where the batter's eye isn't like a wall. I mean, there's a black backdrop back there, but there's trees, and you kind of use that. So sometimes it can be a little funky with that, but it's much better than it was to start this game.
Trey Sweeney batting first pitch. Fastball in. He fouls it off the glove of the catcher, Austin Hedges. Cade Smith still loose in the Guardians bullpen. So you figure with 2 righties coming up, he's either coming in for Malloy, who has a sharp single, or Vierling. Sweeney swings and misses. That slider down below the strike zone. No balls, 2 strikes. Boyd has faced base runners in each inning. Last inning, it was a lead-off double from Perez and a missed opportunity for the Tigers. He got stranded at third. Just to the right, just a little bit on Sweeney. The 0-2 lays off the slider, down and away. So if he's going to be brought in for Malloy, Stephen Vogt, the manager of the Guardians, knows that Kerry Carpenter is waiting in the wings. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Man. Awfully good stuff. That's a changeup, not the slider. I'm going to bring up Justin Henry Malloy. And this is probably batter by batter right now for Stephen Vogt. He's going to leave Boyd in to face Malloy for a third time. And Houston, remember, Parker Meadows got to face Hunter Brown a third time and hit a home run when he faced him a third time to get the scoring started in game 2. First pitch, backdoor curveball, strike 1.
And that was absolutely painted with 71 miles an hour. Big break right there. 11-5 on your clock dial.
The strike 1. High and away, changeup misses. Boy, sharp single to left on a 1-1. Soft fly ball to left on a 0-2 pitches first time up. Scoreless in the 5th inning. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Whoa. Way out ahead of a 70-mile-an-hour curveball. Fell across home plate and falls behind 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that's how that pitch gets you. It's so slow. You recognize it. You just can't make yourself wait.
The 1-up, the 1-2. Swinging a line drive to right field, slicing down the line. It's going to be extra base for Justin Henry Malloy. Up with the ball. Noel, he's got a big arm. Throw to second base. Got it. What a play by Giankenzie Noel, running to the corner. Malloy did the right thing to go for second, and it was an absolute perfect throw to get him.
Wow. I love the decision. He's out, but I like the decision by Justin Henry Malloy to try for 2 on that ball. Giankenzie Noel had to run a long way to get that ball, tucked it inside the right field line. Noel picks that ball, reverse pivot over his left, throws it over his left shoulder and throws an absolute seed to Rocchio at second base. Boy. Justin Henry Malloy is out.
And if Justin Henry Malloy sticks that left foot on the bag, Bobby, he's in, but he slid right by the bag.
Yep.
If he puts the left foot on the bag, he's in. That's the end of the day for Boyd. Girling coming up, Smith coming on. Base is empty, 2 outs in the 5th inning. We're scoreless in Cleveland, game 2 of the division series on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
The 2024 F-150 is built for tough and proud to be the official truck of your Detroit Lions. With intelligent functionality already built in, everything from home renovation to tailgating just got better. Right now, returning AZ Plan trade-in lessees can lease a 2024 Ford F-150 XLT 4x4 Super Crew for $339 a month for 24 months, with $3,969 due at signing. Payment includes waived security deposit, excludes title, taxes, and license fees. Not all lessees will qualify for Ford Credit Red Carpet Low Mileage Lease. Payment includes $1,500 trade assist and $1,500 renewal cash. Offer ends October 31st. See dealer for qualifications and complete details. Some exclusions may.
What's up, baseball fans? Thanks for hanging out with us for this MLB playoff game. Please take a minute and exit out of the chat and hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you've hit that like button because it helps bring more people here into the chat to have a good time and chat it up during this game. And we're doing every single game live on TSI for the entire 2024 MLB playoffs. Make sure you've hit that like button. Please share this link out to your friends. It helps bring more people into the chat. Put it out on the socials. Let's get more fans of your team here hanging out with us. Thanks for hitting that like button. Back to the chat. Go team, go.
This inning today is brought to you by Farger Law. All they do is win. Cade Smith. Talk about the Tigers with 13 rookies on their roster. The Guardians have 8, and 3 are working out of the bullpen, and those 3 have all been huge for manager Stephen Vogt. Cade Smith is one of them. As good a rookie season as you could ever hope to have for a guy coming out of the bullpen. First year of the major leagues, 75 innings of work with a 190. ERA. First pitch to Matt Burling. That has not been a strike today. Above the belt, strike one at 96.
Smith out of that bullpen with a four-seam fastball, sweeper, and a split.
Power arm, low walks, high strikeouts. Fastball up, swing and a miss. Matt Burling felt he had to swing given the call on strike one. Burling calls time, steps out. There'll be Tigers triple this season. Powell Miller gives $300 to select charities. The Miller Law Firm, lawyers who support the community. The 0-2. Righty at the plate. Guardians play him, though, almost like a lefty because they know he likes to go to right field. Ramirez is deep, way off the line. The 1-2 is swinging a slicing drive from shadow up into sunshine, down into the shadows down the right field line. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes on Matt Burling. This crowd, most haven't sat down for most of the game. The 1-2, swinging a soft little ground ball foul. Kicks over by the Guardians dugout on the third base side. Guardians in their home white uniforms today. Script Guardians across the front in red, outlined in black. From the stretch, foul over the screen. Burling is seeing a lot of pitches today. Walked twice against Boyd. You're not going to draw a walk against Cade Smith. Walk rate of 2/9. Strikeout rate of 12. The 1-2 is swinging a little pop fly down the right field line. That's going to slice foul and safely into the netting for Burling. He'll see at least 8 pitches in this trip to the plate, but this is why we emphasize the need to score runs early against Boyd and for the rest of the series against any of the Cleveland starters. This bullpen, we thought, had a heavy workload midseason. It never caught up to them. It was a heavy workload and remained a heavy workload, and they got better as the season went on. And their key righties like Cade Smith shut down lefties as well as righties. The 1-2 got him. He throws him with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball on pitch number 8. Burling takes a called third. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. No score in Cleveland. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball.
The NASCAR Cup Series is on Sirius XM. We're back on the track Sunday,
1 p.m. Eastern.
It's the Bank of America Roval 400 from Charlotte Motor Speedway. On Sirius XM NASCAR Radio Channel 90 in the car and on the all-new Sirius XM app. Get closer to everything that moves you wherever you are with the Sirius XM app.
Let's make some smoke and drink some beer. Yes!
The new basketball season is around the corner, and SiriusXM NBA Radio is getting you ready by talking to the biggest stars in the game.
Joined now by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I want to be able to have a shot at winning it all.
Every weeknight until the season starts. Hear a different team's preview show.
We've got Kevin Durant sitting down with us.
Championship is always a goal.
NBA Radio season preview shows. Only on NBA Radio, Channel 86. And for any interviews or previews you missed, hear them on the SiriusXM app.
If you love golf, then you should never turn off PGA Tour Radio. Hear from the biggest names in the sport.
Champion golfer of the year is Xander Schauffele.
I think best round of golf ever in my life.
Listen to special shows from people who love the game, like rock and roll legend Alice Cooper.
There's a putt, must be 90 feet long, and you make that putt.
And get help with your own game.
You'll get through your iron shots and have predictable distance.
It's all golf, all the time, on PGA Tour Radio, Channel 92 in the car, and on the SiriusXM app.
Ray Hudson here with an important announcement. You can listen to your favourite SiriusXM FC shows on the all-new SiriusXM app, now available for all.
Book your stay now at the.com, your home for Detroit sports in Las Vegas. We've talked about this a lot. The Tigers constructing the future at the major league level. But this is an unusual matchup. It's not too often you have two teams this young. The Tigers, by average age of their roster on the final day of the regular season, were the youngest team in the major leagues, and Cleveland was third youngest. They too have been built with youth. They kind of rebuilt that rotation as the season went on. They built the bullpen with youngsters, and this is the first time ever that two of the five youngest teams in Major League Baseball faced each other in the postseason, because usually those teams are the teams that are in 4th or 5th place in their division.
That's right. That's right.
Just makes it all the more remarkable in what we are watching with this Tigers team. Fastball up. So Ramon de Jesus, it's a little bit inconsistent, but now all of a sudden the pitch that's 2 balls with above the belt is getting a called strike. The strike 1, swing and a miss. And he brings it down at 97, and Lane Thomas has no chance. This is their Andy Ibanez, meaning this is their righty specialist against lefties. Heavy damage against lefties this year for Lane Thomas. Line drive down the right field line. It is foul. Slicing 12 up, 12 down. Perfection so far for Skubal. And Bobby not doing it with 7 strikeouts of the first 12 batters. The pitch count remains low.
You know how much Tarik Skubal takes pride in pounding the strike zone. He's been fantastic today, getting ahead of these hitters, setting them up with whatever he wanted to do. A lot of these are getting done with forcing fastballs up in the zone.
Pitch off the plate away. Changeup misses. 51 pitches through 4. An average pitch count through 4 might be in the mid-60s. For an average pitcher. This is no average pitcher on the mound. The 1-2. Oh, and inside, kind of pulled the changeup down and in. It's a good player that the Guardians picked up at the trade deadline.
He is a good player. Athletic, brings a level of athleticism to him. He showed the pop in game 1.
2-2, swing and a miss. Got him with the fastball in. 8th strikeout for Skubal. He kind of tumbled off the mound there, Bobby. That worried me a little bit there for a moment. Remember last game he had a leg issue. Yeah, he kind of turned the right ankle as he planted. Josh Naylor ground ball fouled on the first base line, but he just kind of hopped off the mound, kept going.
Yeah, sometimes in that clay in the landing spot, you'll catch a spike a little bit on the follow through. Tarik lands with that front foot slightly closed, as a lot of power pitchers do. Looks like he just kind of caught a spike on the way out.
Strike 1. Josh Naylor takes slider up and away. He can use that up. He can use it down. Josh Naylor better against righties, but really hangs in there well against lefties. Fastball at the belt for a called strike. Now the 1-2. Swing and a soft tap foul. 97, 98 on the fastball. Consistent all day. Couple of punch outs now on 98. We've seen up to 99 today. Into his motion, the 1-2. A little bit low with the changeup. Started to break that out. Last 2 innings. The misses, every miss has been right around the strike zone. The 2-2, swing and a pop-up, fouling out of play. Slider on the front door. Naylor took a big swing again. The helmet goes flying off. Popped out his first time up in a 5-pitch battle. He'll see at least 7 here. Left on left, but this is pretty good, solid lefty hitter. The 2-2, line drive into center field, the base hit, first hit of the day, and that'll be extra bases. All the way to the wall and straightaway center. Fielded by Parker Meadows. He'll get it into Ibanez on the outfield grass. First base runner, Josh Naylor. Line drive double with 1 out in the 5th.
Josh Naylor can hit, man. This dude can flat out hit. No ordinary lefty on the mound. And during that whole at-bat, and in his at-bat previous against Tarik Skubal, he looked like he was in on every pitch, didn't look overmatched. He's on second base with a 1-out double.
No score in the bottom of the 5th inning. Struck out on a changeup first time up. First pitch from Skubal, fastball strike on the black inner half. Big, strong, right-handed batter, upright stance, tucks that left shoulder in, holds the hands low below the right shoulder, the bat upright. The strike 1, in and hit him. Again, he's right on top of the plate. Man, he was just pitching him in, and hit Noel. Kind of dives into the plate, hit him on the left hand.
Yep. I was wondering at first, Dan, because that pitch was 97 miles an hour. And sometimes you'll see it where it hits the knob of the bat.
Yep.
Because he didn't really turn away like he got hit by a 97 mile an hour pitch on the hand, but we're getting a good look at it on the monitor right here, and it absolutely did.
Wasn't even that far inside. Again, he's kind of close to the plate, and then he dives into the plate.
Yeah. He's all over.
Because he didn't, I mean, like you said, didn't pull the hands back, didn't try to get away. Trainer's checking him out, but that's a big hit by pitch, because you really like the matchup of Skubal against Noel with his swing and miss and struggles down the stretch. Tarek looks a little irritated and stares him down to first base. Come on.
He's still giving him a look, too.
He was looking over he gave him a thumbs up, like, you all right?
Yeah.
How about that?
Stay in there.
Class.
I'm going to punch out next time.
Then he tapped his chest. I mean, that's some class right there. Andres Jimenez batting. First pitch. Ground ball to second. Ibanez to Sweeney to Torkelson. Inning-ending 4-6-3 double play. That's how you bounce back. Couple of men on, one out. First jam of the day. Skubal takes care of Jimenez. 2 outs. And the inning's over. Head of the 6th inning, no score. Tigers and Guardians, Game 2 of the Division Series on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
At Comerica Bank, we're creating opportunity for small businesses to make it big. Big like hearing your small business featured in a radio ad for free, or getting free sports tickets to entertain a client. Comerica Bank brings big perks like these and more to every small business customer. To learn how opportunity happens here, visit Comerica.com/prosper. Is available to Comerica small business customers only. Terms apply.
For 175 years, Comerica has thrived through every rise and fall.
Cheers, Insiders. Thanks for hanging out with us today for this MLB playoff game. Please take a minute to go check out our campaign page. We are running our fall drive for Sick Kids Hospital in Toronto. You can click the QR code that's right here on the screen right now, or the link that's pinned in the chat. That's going to take you there, where if you could, make a donation, even if it's just small. If it's big, great. Small is awesome too. It will add up. Look at the amount of people that we have here hanging out with us during these baseball games. Let's make a difference in our community. A portion of our proceeds from Toronto Sports Insider goes donated every single month to this Sick Kids different campaigns. Please take a few minutes to, if you are watching a game and you see an advertiser pop up that you might be interested in, please click it. It does benefit this great campaign that we're running with Sick Kids Hospital as well. Thank you all for being here. Cheers to everybody. Enjoy the rest of the game, and good luck to your team.
Love Tarek Skubal. First of all, making sure that Giankenzie Noel over at first base saw him say, "You okay? My bad." And then the next pitch, he gets a double play to end the inning.
That's what you want to see. That's what you want to see right there, especially that 4-6-3 tailor-made double play.
No score. We go to the 6th inning. 6th inning is brought to you by the Czech Demmer Automotive Group. When and experience the Demmer difference. Strikeout updates are brought to you every game by Carbless, the official ready-to-drink canned cocktail of the Detroit Tigers. The line for Skubal so far: no runs on 1 hit, no walks, 8 strikeouts. Colt Keith will pinch hit for Ibanez. Cade Smith, a righty, and this is true of most of their big righties, who is actually tougher on left-handed batters. They've hit 160 with no power. First pitch, fastball, busts him in, 96, strike 1. It's impressive. 75 innings of work in his rookie season. Cade Smith works from the stretch to strike 1. The swing and a miss. Tardy on a 95-mile-an-hour fastball above the belt.
Yeah, that split, like you said, Dan, he's better against left-handed left-handed hitters, he'll ride that fastball at the top of the zone. That split is absolutely devastating the way he can get it go down and away from left-handed hitters.
Keith had the best numbers against the Guardians this year. He takes a fastball outside. Austin Hedges' receiving abilities are premier. I mean, he is making so many of these balls look like strikes with his just very quiet receiving skills. The 1-2, swinging a high pop-up from shadow up into sunshine and down into the glove of Jose Ramirez under the outfield grass, shallow left field. Keith pinch hitting for Ibanez, pops out to start the 6th inning. Tigers had threats in every inning against Boyd, or at least base runners. They stranded runners in scoring position in the 3rd and 4th. 2 on with 1 out in the 3rd. Ibanez fly ball down the right field line, and Noel made a great catch up against the netting. And then Perez with a leadoff double in the 4th inning, got to 3rd on a Torkelson fly ball. Meadows struck out, Rogers struck out. Inning over. Very good first postseason start for Matthew Boyd. Green takes ball 1. Now fastball misses in quickly, 2-0. Upright, relaxed stance on top of the plate, hands close to the left shoulder. He cocks the bat over it. Fly ball down the right field line, deep to the corner. Kwan is there, and he'll make the catch. 1 step onto the track. Catching Riley Green's at his best, going the opposite way. He can go the opposite way with power. He's hit 2 deep fly balls to left field, but 2 up, 2 down here in the 6th inning of a scoreless game.
Riley just cut that ball just a little bit. We've seen him hit balls off the wall and leave to that part of the park. He just cut that to the inside a little bit.
Wenzel Perez swings, pops it up, foul and out of play. Tigers looking for a big hit here in the 6th inning. No score. Tigers and Guardians. Tarek Skubal has been brilliant through 5. Ramirez even the base at 3rd. The rest of the infield pack.
Thank you. Yep.
Swing and a miss. Pitch down in the strike zone. That's the splitter. No balls, 2 strikes. By the numbers, Cade Smith, his best pitch is his fastball, and he pitches off of it. And then the splitter is also a real weapon. It's really, though, all about this fastball, which he can ride at the top of the strike zone. The 0-2, swing and missed. Fastball at the belt. Perez strikes out. 4 up, 4 down for Smith, going back to last inning with 2 punch-outs. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Still no score in Cleveland. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball.
Hockey is back. And the NHL on Sirius XM sounds like this.
Score! Connor McDavid off the rush, set up by Hyman.
And this.
The Panthers have won the Stanley Cup for the first time. Yeah!
Hear every NHL game all season long on Sirius XM and the hometown announcers on the Sirius XM app, and talk about the day-to-day drama of the hockey season on NHL Network Radio, Channel 91.
Every night after the final out, the Round Trip Roundup brings you the scores, highlights, and analysis from every game across Major League Baseball, all in less than 30 minutes.
Swung on and missed, strike 3 and a no-hitter.
It's the perfect way to get caught up on all the night's biggest home runs and best performances.
And a high drive, deep right center.
It's the Round Trip Roundup on MLB Network Radio, every night on Sirius XM Channel 89 and every morning on the Sirius XM app.
For the latest updates on Helene, tune to alerts from the Weather Channel. What to expect and who may be impacted.
Hi, I'm meteorologist Jim Cantori. When severe weather is impacting any part of the country, alerts from the Weather Channel for live simulcast of the Weather Channel for the latest information to keep you safe and informed.
Tune to alerts from the Weather Channel for the latest information on Helene.
Whenever active weather is breaking, alerts from the Weather Channel on the SiriusXM app. Just search weather.
Tigers fans, after this game, get back to what's really important, your fantasy football team. We're talking about it right now on Channel 87 and on the SiriusXM app.
Here's a Little Caesars Pizza home run. Order online for delivery or pizza portal pickup. 6th inning brought to you by the Jack Demmer Automotive Group. When and experience the Demmer difference. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning of a scoreless game. We're kind of anticipating in the series going in. Game 1 didn't play out this way, but a tight, low-scoring series where runs are going to be at a premium. And when you think, and I still feel that way, I think we both do it, however long this series goes, And then it reminds you that the tighter and lower scoring the series is, the more you increase your chances of extra innings. And I have to remind myself, Bobby, it's back to the old ways.
Yes, it is. That's
in
right.
Extra innings. Extra innings right now are big runs, fun run scoring, filled affairs. But it's back to no extra inning runner in postseason. Austin Hedges takes first pitch fastball back to being a strike. That's on the black away. Called the ball for a couple of innings. Properly called the strike by Ramon De Hayes. Those starters, guys who had made a lot of starts this year or long relief appearances in the case of Brant Herter, out in that bullpen, you really do have to plan your bullpen for the eventuality of extra innings that might go a long way.
You really do, and you have to have guys that can carry some innings at your disposal.
Rocchio takes pitch that bounces, perfectly framed by Jake Rogers. I love it.
That's your second favorite thing he does.
Yeah,
when he makes it, the point out in the frame off the bounce.
The 1-0. Ground ball fair down the third base line past Bierling, who is even with a bag. Over the field to Riley Green, and into second goes Rocchio. 1-out double here in the sixth inning. 2 hits for the Guardians. Deep line drive double last inning from Naylor. Now the ground ball double. It just got by Bierling down the third base line. He was off the line.
Yeah, he was in a little bit, respecting the fact that Rocchio might bunt on him. And that's just a fastball at the top of the zone, 95 miles an hour. Rocchio gets on top of it, pounds it into the ground. I don't know, even if he's back, that Bierling gets to that ball. It was hit hard enough. It was just hit hard into the ground. Either way, it's a 1-out double for Rocchio.
That brings up Stephen Kwan. First pitch, fastball. It's the call. This is interesting. Suddenly the strike zone expanding, as you described. Ramon De Jesus, kind of a pitcher-friendly strike zone most games. He'd really tighten it up for a couple of innings. Now he's getting a little off the edges. Kwan is struck out and bounced out. The strike one. Fastball at the belt for a called strike 2. The crowd doesn't like the fact that he's suddenly calling strikes again.
Kwan doesn't seem bothered by it. It seems like both those 2 pitches were painted on him.
Feet close together, deep in that left-handed batter's box on top of the plate. Waiting for an 0-2 on the way. Swing and a foul tip right at home plate. Toughest batter to strike out the last 2 years. This is a Guardians team that has led the league for a long time in contact rate. And generally, are going to put the ball in play. Skubal does have 8 strikeouts today. The 0-2. Low and away. Pulled the changeup. Changeup's been 90+ the last few that he has thrown. Kwan hits lefties, righties about the same. Hit 290 this year, a little higher average against lefties. Tough out. Standing in home plate. The 1-2. Swing and a foul to the screen. 99 at the top rail.
Yeah, I like that pitch right there. Especially with 2 strikes. Kwan's swing is so short that it gives him a long time to wait. Something up or something moving away from him that starts on the plate.
Skubal sets the 1-2, swinging a slicing drive. Pretty good example right there of what you're talking about. Slider away, and he just flicked his bat.
Yeah.
Tried to punch it down the left field line, hit it into the netting deep down the line. Kwan's going to see at least 7 pitches, so a couple of long at-bats now the last 2 innings. Thomas, Naylor last inning. Kwan will see at least 7 pitches in this at-bat. The 1-2. A little bit low. Change-up, pitch number 7 is ball 2. David Fry, the lefty killer, waiting on deck. Skubal sets the 2-2, swing and a tap foul. Change-up down.
I know they know what they're doing, Dan. I'm not in love with change-up to Kwan. He's too good at making adjustments and riding it out, and he could just wand something over Torkelson's head into the corner, or wand it over Bierling's head. Outstay power or slider away here.
Man at second, 1 out, scoreless game in the 6th. The pitch, ground ball, and a base hit into left field. Rocchio can run, but he's going to be held at third. Green was in shallow, gets it in. Fastball, and he just punched it through the left side. Runners at the corners, 1 out for David Fry.
You said it best, partner. He literally just punched that ball. It's just a deflection. Past Matt Vierling into left field. Riley Green did a nice job of cutting the distance down. He was playing shallow for Quan that way anyway. But now they're on the corners here with 1 out.
Chris Fetter out, the entire infield will huddle on the mound. Nick Rogers has his arms around Chris Fetter. Matt Vierling. Skubal leaning in. Fry at the plate has hit 2 ground balls to third. Double play candidate who struggled down the stretch. Tigers did a nice job against him this year. He is, in the 2 games, he had a couple of hits in game 1, but 4 for 30 against Tigers pitching this season. Can Skubal induce the ground ball? First pitch to Fry, swing and a miss. Starts him off with a changeup at 85. Pulled it down and in, strike 1. Fry's only seen 3 pitches in his 2 at-bats. Rocchio coming down the line at third. Quan runs well. He's at first. No score, 6th inning. 1 out. The strike 1. Missed the inside with the changeup. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bat-to-ball skills. He's going to make you throw him a strike. Draws a lot of walks. Strikeout rate a little bit below league average. 1-1. Ground ball chopped to short. Sweeney will charge. Flip to second. 1. Relay to first. He turned the double play. What a job by Sweeney. He had to charge it on the infield grass. Throw back to Keith at second base. Great pivot. Inning over.
What a turn by Colt Keith. He had to hang in there too. You can't go get him like you used to. But Quan was coming in hot. Colt Keith hung in there and threw a strike to Torque at first base.
Great stretch by Torkelson. Inning over. Second straight inning ends on a double play. Skubal fired up. We head to the 7th. Scoreless in Cleveland on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
I'm James Harrington of Feiger Law. As the official law firm of the Detroit Tigers, we congratulate the 2024 Tigers for their historic run to the playoffs. Our Tigers, with their will to win, have entered the postseason for an epic playoff run. We're proud of the grit, determination.
Hey, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. The one that's listening to the MLB wildcard game with us. Please hit that subscribe button and help this awesome community grow. We are trying to do as much sports as possible, but of course, we're the home of all of the Toronto sports live events. So please help our group of Toronto sports fans continue to grow. Hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell so you don't miss it when we go live for every single MLB playoff game this season. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button. Thanks for making that sub counter keep on going up. We're shooting for 50K. Let's get there. We need your help. Thank you. Now let's get back to the chat. Good luck to your team. Hope they win.
With their impressive family of SUVs, like the bolder, more refined Chevy Traverse. Traverse is the perfect midsize SUV for families on the go. Whether you're picking up, dropping off, or everything in between, its roomy interior with up to 8 passenger seating and best-in-class cargo volume will fit your life and everything that comes with it. Put it in D and see why Chevy drives the Motor City. Visit ChevyDetroit.com.
Meijer is the proud hometown partner of the Detroit Tigers, and we're cheering them on every game to a winning season. Home is where your team is, and our home is right here in Detroit.
In the break, the quality of that double play by 2 rookies, Bobby. Trey Sweeney, we've raved about his defense ever since he debuted in mid-August. Cole Keith, we talked about it earlier in the year, Bobby. He struggled on the pivot.
He did.
On the double play. It was just, he just had to get that speed up. As the season has gone on, he's just gotten better and better, and that's a perfect example of it.
He hung in there. And like you said, you can't go get him like you once could. But Stephen Kwan was coming in hot, and it was a slow developing play, and he stood in there and delivered.
Torkelson takes a fastball up and in from Cade Smith, ball 1. Sweeney charged, and by the time he got rid of it, he's throwing actually back to his left. To Keith at second, the 1-0. Fastball outer half of the plate for a called strike. Torkelson, Meadows, and Rogers in the 7th inning. of a scoreless game, see if that double play. That entire infield was fired up.
Yeah.
Vierling was fired up. So was Sweeney and Keith. I'm not sure Sweeney's ever shown any reaction on the field, but I know he was inside. Skubal was fired up. Torkelson swings and misses. Fastball down. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 7th inning brought to you by General RV, Michigan's premier RV dealer for sales, service, and parts. A play like that can sometimes lift an offense. The 1-2 swinging a pop foul out of play. So we'll go with a couple of things here that suggest maybe this is advantage Tigers. Cade Smith didn't get 5 outs in an outing, and he hasn't done it in more than 2 months. He's being asked to get at least 5 outs here today. Torkelson swings and fouls it to the screen. 2 off the plate and in. 1 home run in 75 innings. I don't care who that. And this is a rookie. The 2-2 swing and a high pop-up. From shadow up into sunshine and down into the glove of Josh Naylor at the top step of the Tigers dugout. Torkelson pops out in a 7-pitch battle for the first out in the 7th inning. Smith came on with the bases empty and 2 outs in the 5th inning to get the final out. He went 5 up, 5 down, and that's going to be the end of his day. You're going to hear a huge ovation as he leaves the mound. Guardians have a couple of key lefties in their bullpen. It looks like one is coming on now. One is coming on to face Parker Meadows. Guardians go to their bullpen in a scoreless game in the 7th, game 2 of the division series. Pause for these words on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
Meijer is the proud hometown partner of the Detroit Tigers, and we're cheering them on every game to a winning season. We're looking forward to more home runs, RBIs, shutouts, and new major league records. Home is where your team is, and our home is right here in Detroit, where the Tigers' roar never stops, and the 7th inning stretch means we're getting ready to pounce. Save and win with Meijer, proud hometown partner of the Detroit Tigers.
At Corewell Health, we know time doesn't heal all wounds. Hard work, innovation, and we do. We're fighting cancer with proton therapy and music therapy. We're turning back the clock on Parkinson's with deep brain stimulation and outsmarting blood clots in seconds instead of days. Because this is your time to take control of your health. And it's time to show that together, we can. Corewell Health.
Hi, Matt Garco here with Bill Brown Ford. When it comes to buying or leasing, we know you have a lot of choices. I'd like to tell you about our dealership. Bill Brown Ford has been in business over 100 years. We have an amazing sale this season. Not to mention, we've been the #1 Ford dealer in the country for 3 years in a row. Find out why you'll do better at Bill Brown Ford. Visit us in Livonia on Plymouth Road or online at BillBrownFord.com.
#1 Ford dealer is based on Ford's new total retail sales report for 2021, 2022, and 2023.
The Detroit Tigers may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Detroit Tigers. Tim Herron debuted last year, didn't have a lot of success. 28 innings of work, is a completely different pitcher at 27. Not just a breakthrough season, but an elite level work. 75 games, just like the last guy we saw with a 1.90 ERA. Parker Meadows takes first pitch strike. Something out of the way of a front door slider, strike 1.
Yeah, that's one of his main weapons, a curveball and a slider. He's got a 2 and a 4-seam fastball, but both those breaking balls are his main pieces in his arsenal.
Here's a fly ball to right field, going back Noel onto the track, and he's going to have room. Off the bat, it looked good. It was deep. And Meadows comes up just shy of a home run that would have given the Tigers the lead, and that would have been a stunner because lefties don't do anything against this big lefty.
That was a slider. Meadows just missed it. It got in on him by about an inch. But just short enough to get into Joaquin Noel's glove.
2 outs. It brings up Jake Rogers. Fastball up and away, goes right by the glove of Hedges. Not a premium strike thrower, but he got him throwing enough strikes. Cut the walks a little bit this year. Plenty of swing and miss when he's on the mound. Rogers takes a fastball up. It's righty at the plate, but just to give you an idea of how tough he is on lefties. Parker Meadows almost taking him out in 91 at-bats. They had 13 hits. That's a 140 batting average, 11 singles, 2 doubles. The 2-0 pitch. Up and away, big misses. 3-0 on Rogers. Bullpen getting busy. They can go right, they can go left. Hunter Gaddis, one of the big arms, he's getting loose. The 3-0, swing and a miss.
Figured they'd turn him loose right there and he'd hunt a breaking ball. Got one, but it was swung right through it.
The 3-1. Down below the knees. On a 3-1, Jake Rogers draws a walk. Trey Sweeney will stride to the plate. Again, some good solid at-bats. A big improvement from his time in the minor leagues. The job that he's done against lefties at the major league level. The ability to work an at-bat. With the occasional line drive hit somewhere. Work a walk. Upright stance deep in that left-handed batter's box and off the plate. Holds the bat upright, extends the hands away from the left shoulder. Up and in. First pitch fastball has him leaning back out of the way. Ball 1.
Yeah, throw that two-seamer. These left-handed pitchers love to run the two-seamer in on the left-handers so they can sweep him or curveball him away. That one missed way up and in.
Bobby, that was only 91.
It was.
Average fastball, average two-seamers 94. It's average four-seamers over 95. Hedges out to say, all right, what's going on? Let's go. Let's attack.
Right.
Sweeney's 0 for 2 today. Fly ball to left. Struck out against Boyd his last time up. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Helmet flies off. And again, that's 91 and in, and it's being classified as the sinker.
Yeah, that's just odd, Dan. You're right. His fastball, average fastball is much better than that.
Big 6'6" lefty works third base side. The 1-1. Down shin high with the slider. 2-1. Ramirez is right up to the edge of the grass by third and off the line. Rocchio at short, shades up the middle. The outfield plays his lefty to pull just slightly. The 2-1. Swing and foul. Another fastball in. He had a rip. And suddenly this doesn't feel like maybe as tough an at-bat if he's only at 91.
No, that slider was a click off too. I mean, the slider was 83 or 84 miles an hour. His normal slider is 88. Everything's down right now.
Rogers takes his lead at first. The 2-2 swing and miss. Gave him the curveball at 81 miles an hour. Sweeney strikes out. Tigers get a 2-out walk, but no more. 7th inning stretch time in Cleveland. Brought to you by DTE. Manage your energy use and save. Go to DTEenergy.com/save energy. Scoreless at the stretch in Cleveland. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball.
To truly go inside the game of pro football, you need to see things from the player's perspective.
Let's go.
Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, catch the Player's Point.
Let's go. Let's bring the energy.
Join NFL tight end Colin Thompson and Miami Dolphins fullback Alec Ingold as they break down the biggest stories in the NFL.
It's an encouraging way to look at football.
The Player's Point. Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern on NFL Radio.
What's up, baseball fans? Thanks for hanging out with us for this MLB playoff game. Please take a minute and exit out of the chat and hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you've hit that like button because it helps bring more people here into the chat to have a good time and chat it up during this game. And we're doing every single game live on TSI for the entire 2024 MLB playoffs. Make sure you've hit that like button. Please share this link out to your friends. It helps bring more people into the chat. Put it out on the socials. Let's get more fans of your team here hanging out with us. Thanks for hitting that like button. Back to the chat. Go team, go.
The joy, the jubilation. I can't stop smiling.
And the agony of defeat.
When is this franchise going to realize people really care about this?
Passionate sports fans call 888 Mad Dog 6.
You gotta love sports.
Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82, or anytime on the Sirius XM app.
Catch a brand new season preview show of your favorite team every weeknight until the season starts. Only on NBA Radio Channel 86 and the Sirius XM app.
No score, bottom of the 7th inning in Cleveland. Pitch count at 83 for Skubal through. Has to do is get through Ramirez, Thomas, and Naylor. One more game coming up later today. Kansas City at New York. For Reagans against Carlos Rodon. Reagans made a great start in the wild card. I saw what the Yankees feel like. Well, yeah, they've got a nice clear path to the World Series now. Some stories because Houston and Baltimore have been eliminated.
Wow.
Saw stories saying, well, they're past.
Yeah,
all right.
Okay. We shall see.
Jose Ramirez batting. First pitch. Off the plate away. Didn't miss by much. That's the scoreboard from the 1-800-CALL-SAM Studios scoreboard. The 1-0. Fastball strike at the knees. The National League. First of all, the Padres pounding the Dodgers. Dodgers have problems with their pitching. And the Padres might just take the next two. Cued off the end of the bat. Soft ground ball to first. Scooped up by Torkelson to win the race to the bag. Crosses it with the left foot into foul territory. 1 up, 1 down. 7th inning. Scoreless game. Always good to get Jose Ramirez out. Let's pause right now for station identification on the Detroit Tigers radio.
You're listening to the American League Division Series on SiriusXM. Join us after the game on MLB Network Radio, SiriusXM 89.
Lane Thomas, big numbers against lefties this year. First pitch. Strike called on the inside corner. Right on the black first pitch changeup. Lane Thomas has hit a fly ball to right. Struck out on a 98-mile-an-hour fastball to strike one. 98-mile-an-hour fastball above the belt. 1 ball, 1 strike. No score, no runs, 4 hits for the Guardians. The 1-1. Wow, changeup away. Gets a generous called strike from Ramon de Jesus. A little bit inconsistent with the strike zone today.
He's been a little bit, yeah, he absolutely.
The 1-2, swinging a line drive to left, hit hard right to Riley Green. In a step, he'll make the catch. Kind of got down into his stance. That hard line drive right at you can be tough. Read it correctly, came in 2 steps to make the catch. This Tigers outfield is just probably to watch it day in, day out. This is a much smaller outfield, not as much room to cover, but can't say enough about the job Riley Green, Parker Meadows every day, plus Vierling and/or Perez and Wright have done.
They're not afraid to make plays either.
Josh Naylor takes a fastball strike at the knees, 98, strike 1.
They read the ball well off the bat, and when they make their decision to go, they go, and they're decisive for me.
Strike 1, ground ball softly to third to his left. Vierling will grab it, knee-high bounce, easy flip to Torkelson. If that's the end of the day for Skubal, and it might not be, that was just a really quick inning. What an outing. After 7, we are scoreless in Detroit. Scoreless in Cleveland, Tigers and Guardians. And he gets the handshake as he goes down the steps in that Tigers dugout, so his day is done. What a performance from Tarek Skubal. We head to the 8th. No score in Cleveland on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
At Comerica Bank, we're creating opportunity for small businesses to make it big. Big like hearing your small business featured in a radio ad for free, or getting free sports tickets to entertain a client. Comerica Bank brings big perks like these and more to every small business customer. To learn how opportunity happens here, visit comerica.com/prosper. Member FDIC Equal Opportunity Lender. Offers available to Comerica small business customers only. Terms apply.
For 175 years, Comerica has thrived through every rise and fall. We've lived through triumphs and turmoil, witnessed every advance, and survived every setback. Through surety and uncertainty, we've stood the test of time by standing by our beliefs, our values, and our customers. Comerica Bank, 175 years strong. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
I'm attorney. 1-800-CALL-SAM is always a free call. And your fast, confidential consultation is always free too. And for over 50 years, our no-fee guarantee means you don't pay us a fee unless we win your case. If you're hurt in an accident, get the Bernstein Advantage. Call 1-800-CALL-SAM. What do you have to lose? It's free.
1-800-CALL-SAM.
Nothing beats an ice-cold Faygo except getting rewarded by Faygo. Visit Faygo Population to earn exclusive prizes. Faygo, the one true pop. Faygo is a proud sponsor of the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
We're going to assume Tarek Skubal's day is done. He got the handshake, not just the handshake, but the handshake hug combination from A.J. Hinch. His final line is brought to you by Figer Law. 7 innings, no runs, 3 hits, no walks, 8 strikeouts. What a day.
He was outstanding. Did his job. Kept the Tigers in it. Now they got to figure out a way to get 1, 2, 3, maybe more. Start with 1, though.
Hunter Gaddis takes over on the mound. His improvement from one year to the next, from 42 innings with a 4.50 ERA last year. High walks, low strikeouts. He was hittable. 75 innings of work in a 1.57 ERA this year. Harry Carpenter pinch hitting, takes strike 1. Lefties had the edge, but again, he shut down lefties and righties. The one thing you notice with lefties, only 22 hits and a 170 batting average, but half of those hits were for extra bases. The strike 1. Low and in. That's the hard slider, and he throws that a lot, Bobby.
He does throw it a lot, just almost half the time. Slider, four-seam fastball, and change, but that slider is his main weapon. It's a good one.
Works from a compact motion, the 1-1. Swing and a foul. Carpenter had a rip at 97 away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pinch hitting for Justin Henry Malloy. 8th inning and no score in Cleveland. Tigers have had by far the better scoring opportunities. 2 on, 1 out in the 3rd, didn't score. Man at 3rd, 1 out in the 4th, did not score. They have not had a runner past first since. Wind up the 1-2. Check swing. Fastball up. We're seeing teams attack him with that pitch. He's had a hard time laying off. But, Bobby, you're also seeing teams trying to spin it down.
Yeah,
they're really working him up and down.
They work him north and south. Kerry likes the ball down. Sometimes you will chase in zones where you like it, below it.
2-2. Pulled a changeup down and in. That changeup about 15 miles an hour slower than the fastball. Mid-90s plus fastball.
Watch out for the fastball up here.
3-2, swings and pops it up. Up into the sunshine, down into the shadows, and down into the glove of Austin Hedges right by home plate. Carpenter pops out. 1 out, 8th inning. Brings up Matt Bierling. So both righties and lefties against Hunter Gaddis. Very low batting average. Righties 160. And the big difference, right-handed batters just have not hit him with any power. First pitch to Bierling, swinging a line drive into left center. That might be extra bases. Chasing it down is Thomas. He's going to field it in deep left center. Bierling around first, heading to second. He will go in standing up. A 1-out double here in the 8th inning.
Great swing by Matt Bierling right there. We talked about him having to do something on the inner half of the plate. They're going to keep pounding him in until he does that. He gets a 4-seam heater, 97 miles an hour. It was inner 3rd, and he splits the left center field gap. Really good swing by Matt Bierling. Tight turn, compact spot right there.
Hedges going out. Carl Willis, a fine pitching coach for the Guardians, heads out. The entire infield will join the conversation. Tiger batter had the most success against the Guardians this year, Colt Keith, at the plate. Tigers just looking for a single. That's all they need right here to take the lead. Manuel Clase is getting loose in that Guardians bullpen. Clase has faced 24 Tigers batters this year and retired 21. The dominant, overpowering stuff we saw him close out the win the other day.
Dan, I wouldn't be surprised if either way, whether Colt reaches or Colt gets out, they may bring Clase on for a 4-out save, or attempt at it anyway.
Keith at the plate, waiting on the first offering from Hunter Gaddis. Righty sets the first pitch. Swing and a foul to the screen. Kind of a half cut. He was fooled on the slider on the back door. Keith came in as a pinch hitter in the 6th inning and popped out. Bottom of that inning turned a huge double play on the pivot. The strike one. Swing and a miss. Devastating 91-mile-an-hour slider under the bat.
Really good pitch by Gaddis here. Looked like a fastball in. Colt starts to fire on it, then it just disappears under his bat.
Beerling takes his lead at second. Rocchio trying to shorten that lead. The 0-2 swing and a miss. That's tough. That's a really good slider. He kept it down and in. Gets Keith for the second out. Stephen Vogt still sitting down in that Guardians dugout. Riley Green is going to be intentionally walked. He's strode to home plate. Not sure what the proper past tense of stride is. Strided. He's going to be intentionally walked. Now Stephen Vogt out. And he's going to Emmanuel Clase with 2 outs in the 8th inning of a scoreless game. 2-man on. Beerling doubled with 1 out. Green the intentional walk. And now Clase will come in to an explosion of noise in this ballpark. Guardians going to their bullpen. Scoreless game in the 8th. We'll pause for these words on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
At Comerica Bank, we're creating opportunity for small businesses to make it big. Big like hearing your small business featured in a radio ad for free or getting free sports tickets to entertain a client. Comerica Bank brings big perks like these and more to every small business customer. To learn how opportunity happens here, visit comerica.com/prosper. Member FDIC Equal Opportunity Lender. Offers available to Comerica small business customers only. Terms apply.
For 175 years, Comerica has thrived through every rise and fall. We've lived through triumphs and turmoil, witnessed every advance, and survived every setback. Through surety and uncertainty, we've stood the test of time by standing by our beliefs, our values, and our customers. Comerica Bank, 175 years strong. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Enjoy fall in a new Ford from Jack Dimmer Ford. Now is the time to take advantage of tremendous lease offers. This month, Ford AZ customers can get a 24-month lease on the 2024 F-150 Super Crew for $339 a month with $39.69 due at signing with no security required. And includes $1,500 in RCL renewal cash, $1,500 in trade assist. Hurry, offer ends October 31st. Visit jdimmerford.com or discover the Dimmer difference at Jack Dimmer Ford on Michigan Avenue, 1.5 miles east of I-275 in Wayne.
Emmanuel Clase takes over on the mound. First batter to face him will be Wenzel Perez. Perez 1 for 3 today. Coming into this game in the postseason, 1 for 3 fides. And we saw that down the stretch, Bobby. He's been good from both sides.
He has been, and that makes him a weapon. If you flip him around either way, he's been effective. That's the value of having a competent switch hitter.
Beerling runs well. He's in left. He's at second base. Quan in left is shallow. First ball, 1 strike.
Clase out of that bullpen. Cutter, slider. He's got a four-seamer and a sinker. He's thrown almost 900 pitches this year. 12 four-seamers, 4 sinkers. It's cutter and slider.
Another righty, better against lefties. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. 98 at the belt.
That's the one you got to attack right there. Wenzel's got the right plan. Anything you see close to you is just going to cut or it's going to dip under your bat because it's the slider. See him up a little bit, off the top rail, up and away from you. It's going to come back to you.
The 1-2, swing a line drive into left center. Will it drop? He dived for Quan. Did he make the catch? He did! Oh my goodness! That ball was down, and there comes Quan flying through the air to make the catch. The Tigers may challenge. Let's hold it right here, and they are going to ask for the challenge.
You might as well. Can't take him with you. This is a key moment in the ball game.
Line drive to left. Quan came racing in, laid out. It just felt like that ball was going to drop.
Detroit challenging the call on the field of a catch.
By the Sam Bernstein Law Firm, when you need the right call made, our first look at it on our monitor. What do we see?
He caught it.
Caught it. That's just incredible. The Gold Glover, Stephen Quan, somehow got that glove underneath it, Bobby. Unbelievable.
He caught it
with a backhand.
Yeah. That's a tremendous play.
I mean, the leather is an inch away from being too late. And I keep wanting to see the ball hit the ground, but nope.
Nope. It hit the thumb of that glove. It hit the thumb of that glove and stayed in there.
I would love for New York to go, you know what, I think I maybe saw it hit the ground.
And the call on the field is a catch, and there is not enough evidence to overturn that.
I mean, it's really, really close, but Bobby, I don't think it touched ground.
I think he caught it anyway. That's a tremendous play by Stephen Quan.
Oh, what an at-bat for Wenzel Perez, too.
Won a Gold Glove, Fielding Bible Award. He was shallow, like you said.
The call on the field stands. The runner's out. Detroit has one challenge remaining.
It's just a great play by a great left fielder. Laying out to take a hit away that would have given the Tigers a lead. And he got his glove underneath that ball by an inch. Inning, still scoreless in Cleveland. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball.
Go inside the mind of the ultimate country boy.
Hey y'all, it's Luke Bryan. I'm bringing you Country Boy Radio, my very own channel, celebrating my new album, Mind of a Country Boy. A little more country on. Guys and girls, you're going to hear all the tracks from my new album, my stories from making the record, and some of my friends are coming up.
Luke Bryan's Country Boy Radio. For a limited time, starting Friday on Channel 79 and the SiriusXM app.
Tigers fans, this is John Palmarosi, host of the SiriusXM original podcast, The Road to Cooperstown. Each week, I'm joined by a Hall of Famer to talk about the challenges they overcame to become an immortal.
Alan Trammell.
The World Series in 1984, and so many people, they want to win a world championship. Well, that year we were able to do that.
Binge over 15 episodes of interviews with baseball's all-time greats. Just search Road to Cooperstown.
Cheers, Insiders. Thanks for hanging out with us today for this MLB playoff game. Please take a minute to go check out our campaign page. We are running our fall drive for Sick Kids Hospital in Toronto. Pop-up that you might be interested in. Please click it. It does benefit this great campaign that we're running with Sick Kids Hospital as well. Thank you all for being here. Cheers to everybody. Enjoy the rest of the game, and good luck to your team.
Your milestones are brought to you every game by Wallside Windows. Local and family owned, celebrating 80 years as Michigan's leader in replacement windows. Crowd still buzzing about the catch from Stephen Quan that saved a run and kept this game scoreless. Pitching change brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first. The pitching change brings Will Best into the game after 7 sterling innings from Tarek Skubal. He'll be facing the 6, 7, 8 hitters. Will Best has become one of the most dependable arms out of that bullpen for manager A.J. Hinch.
And he sure has, and it's a 4-seam fastball. He's got a 2-seam fastball, slider, and a changeup. He'll use them all. But that 4-seamer has been his biggest weapon, especially of late.
First pitch fastball on the black away. For a called strike one, Will Brennan has grabbed a bat. He is pinch hitting for Noel. Fastball, check swing, went too far. No balls, 2 strikes. It was a strike in the strike zone. No score, bottom of the 8th inning. He'll swing in a slicing drive down the left field line, laid on a fastball, well back and out of play. Best works middle of the rubber, the pitch. Swinging a line foul, laid on the fastball, down and away. Almost tucked it inside that left field line.
He did. They're working him away. He was late on that last one. That one right there almost got down fair.
Waiting on a 0-2. Fastball a little bit low. It's a fastball. Parker calls it an attitude fastball. That is such a good description.
The old attitude heater. It's got a little extra stank on it. Not happy when it gets there.
The 1-2, swinging line drive into left center on the run. Parker Meadows will come over in, wave off Green, make the catch. You will see some line drives off opposing bats with Vest on the mound, but Bobby, when you've got that fastball and that's the pitch that you're going to use, I mean, you kind of live with that, but what you notice is almost every hit that he gives up is a single.
Yeah, no, he's done a great job of limiting extra bases. He'll give up some hits, but more often than not, just 90 feet.
Now, fastball, swing and a miss. Andres Jimenez at the plate. Will Best finished the year with a sub-3 ERA for the second straight year, but just got better and better as the season went on, and at the end was arguably the Tigers' best late inning leverage reliever. Jimenez takes a slider down and in. Got a changeup and a slider that he can use to lefties. Jimenez had a tough year, better against righties than lefties, but he's had a tough year at the plate. Really spreads out in that left-handed batter's box, swings at a fastball, pops it up, veering over. That ball is going to get into the seats and well back. No score in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Tigers have had all kinds of scoring opportunities. The Guardians have had one. Runners at first and third, one out in the 6th inning when the Tigers turned a terrific double play behind Tarek Skubal to end the 6th and keep the game scoreless. The 1-2 swing, miss. A flat-footed flail at a fastball away.
Well, Gus just powered Jimenez away right there. Nothing he could do with that. Four seam on the edge. Like you said, just flailing at that pitch. Off balance. Emergency hack. 2 down.
Today's game brought to you in part by Corewell Health. No matter the challenge, the response is always the same. We can. Kyle Manzardo came up with some big hits late for the Guardians. Takes a fastball down. He actually helped the Tigers put the Twins away. And the Guardians took 3 out of 4 from the Twins, all one-run wins. Manzardo had some big hits in that series, including late home runs. Fastball misses up. It was the mostly everyday DH in September. That had been a spot that Stephen Vogt had rotated among a lot of different players. The 2-0 to the lefty. Fly ball high in the air, left center. Meadows back to the track, to the wall, jumps up, makes the catch. Timed his jump perfectly on the big wall in left. No home run robberies there, but another fine play for Parker Meadows. He takes an extra base hit away from the pinch hitter Manzardo. We head to the 9th, still no score in Cleveland. On the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
Rocket met with first-time home buyers to get real about buying a home.
When you don't understand the process, you don't know what steps to take.
Money is just scary to begin with.
There's so many question marks. I wish there was like a home ownership coach out there.
My name's Austin. I'm an executive at Rocket. We're doing a lot, but we can do more just listening to you today.
Get real solutions to real concerns. Call 800-4ROCKET.
Rocket Mortgage LLC, NMLS number 3030, NMLSConsumerAccess.org, equal housing lender license in all 50 states.
You're hearing a lot of big promises right now. One company is delivering on them. Wallside Windows. Get our biggest offer ever. 80 months, no interest, plus half off every window. 80 months, no interest. You can save literally thousands while improving the value and comfort of your home. Buy direct, save big, and then enjoy up to 80 months, no interest, no down payment, limited time. Wallside. 1-800-521-7800 or go to wallside.com.
At Trinity Health, your everyday movement matters. Our orthopedic experts want to help you move with confidence and not hold back because of a bone or joint injury. Whether you're playing sports, working out, or wrestling with your kids, you deserve to trust your body and be free from pain. Trinity Health orthopedic experts are here to get you back to doing what you love. Connect with us at trinityhealthmi.org/ortho. Trinity Health. We see all of you.
Meijer is the proud hometown partner of the Detroit Tigers, and we're cheering them on every game to a winning season. Home is where your team is, and our home is right here in Detroit.
Comerica, Emmanuel Clase, taking his final warm-up tosses in the 9th inning. Unlike Tigers relievers who get 4 outs all the time, had the second most in Major League history, appearances where they got 4 outs or more this year. Guardians generally don't do that a lot with their relievers. And Emmanuel Clase did it just once this year, made an appearance where he got 4 outs or more. He had a 2-inning outing in August. Every other outing this year for Emmanuel Clase. That was 73 other outings have been 1 inning or less. Spencer Torkelson, the first to face him. See if getting 4 outs today becomes a chore for Clase. First pitch, he pulls down and away. We're looking for anything.
As good a time to start as any.
To try to get to this guy. Absolute dominance, 7 shutout innings against the Tigers this year, including his 1-inning appearance in Game 1. Fastball just a little below the knees. That's been both a ball and a strike today. And the fastball it's a cutter. I'll say fastball because it's 99 and 100. The 2-0. Fastball a little lower, gets the called strike. A 98-mile-an-hour cutter. Well, the count should be 2-1, and it is.
Very similar to the first pitch he threw during this at-bat.
Clase works extreme first base side of the rubber. Big righty into his motion, delivers 2-1, check swing on the slider. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's worth repeating the numbers. 74 innings, 47 saves. And one of 4 pitchers in Major League history to work at least 60 innings and hold opponents to an on-base plus slugging and OPS below 400. Remember, league average is over 700. The 2-2. Swing and a foul. Torkelson took a rip, fouled it straight back. 0 for 11 so far in the postseason. 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. 0 for 3 today with a strikeout. Clase sets, holds a glove at the letters. The 2-2, swing and a foul over the screen. The cutter in at 99.
2 good swings by Torque right here. That last one was up a little bit and in. 99, the previous pitch was 100. Fouled it off.
Tigers looking for a big hit to start the 9th. The 2-2, swing and a miss. 91-mile-an-hour slider down and away. It's Torkelson, Meadows, and Rogers here in the 9th inning.
That's just tough. Clase's tough to square up. When you get pitches to square up, you have to put him in play because then he does this to you, throws you a slider at 91 miles an hour on the outer black. There's nothing to be done about that.
Brings up Parker Meadows, 1 for 3 today. First pitch from Clase, fastball triple digits. On the inner half of the plate, a called strike 1. Ramirez right up to the edge of the grass at third base and off the line. Shortstop Rocchio is up the middle. The outfield plays Meadows to pull just slightly. Just missed hitting a home run off Heron his last time up. Strike 1, way up and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, to get a base runner on, this is a pitcher you can run on, even though he throws 100. Bo Naylor now behind the plate. The 1-1, swing and a pop-up softly to first. Josh Naylor on the infield dirt makes the catch a step away from the outfield grass. 2 up, 2 down, 9th inning of a scoreless game. Check some scores from the 1-800-CALL-SAM studio scoreboard. Kansas City, New York coming up at 7:30 tonight. Cole Reagans against Carlos Rodon. The Royals lost the lead late in Game 1 in New York. They would love to go back. Don't discount that Royals team. Their pitching is still elite. 2 outs. It leaves it up to Jake Rogers. First pitch. Fastball on the black. Inside. Strike one.
That cutter breaks on the same plane away from righties. You got to get something away from you, a little bit closer to you. Allow for the break.
Strike one. Swinging a line drive. Base hit. One hop off the dirt past a diving Rocchio into left. Jake Rogers. 1 for 3 with a walk today. Keeps things alive in the 9th inning for Trey Sweeney.
That's exactly what Jake Rogers did. That first pitch was on the inner black, broke just on the plate with the cutter. This one was started on the plate a little bit further and got to a spot where Jake Rogers could do something with it, put a good swing on it. Base hit to left field. He's on with 1 out. 2 outs, I'm sorry. On with 2 outs.
Brings it Trey Sweeney. First pitch. Check swing. Fastball up. Ball 1. Winsel Perez. An outstanding at bat against Clase. Down 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lined a fastball that was inner half into left field. The cutter in. See if Sweeney can deliver. The 1-0. Swinging line drive into right center. That's going to drop for a base hit. Rogers around second, heading to third. Up with the ball is Thomas. He'll get the ball in quickly. Base hit into center. Runners at the corners. And Kerry Carpenter gets a chance to deliver the lead.
Good swing by Trey Sweeney. It was a cutter. It was in. It jammed him, but a good pass to the ball gives you a soft line drive that falls in the gap. Jake Rogers hammered down, goes motors on to third base. Runners on first and third here with 2 outs.
That's why we talked about it the other day, the fact that Clase, the thing that is surprising given his dominance, it's not a ton of swing and miss. Other closers who've been this dominant.
Sweeney got jammed a little bit, was able to muscle it in the right center field.
Just feel like this, I mean, not that it's ever a good matchup against Clase, but I like the feeling of Kerry Carpenter standing at the plate in this situation.
I absolutely agree with you. Kerry Carpenter's risen to some big moments, too, throughout the year. One thing he's got to remember now is you don't need a homer. Hit something hard somewhere. Don't worry about trying to leave the house. Hit something hard somewhere.
Before he dug in, Ramirez came in, wanted to say something to Clase. So Carpenter's going to take a moment as the pitch clock resets and step out. Now he digs in. Runners at the corner. Scoreless game. 2 outs in the 9th. First pitch to Carpenter. Up and away. 100-mile-an-hour fastball misses. Carpenter came into the game last inning as a pinch hitter for Justin Henry Malloy. This is the leadoff spot in A.J. Hinch's lineup. He popped out in his only at-bat. It's all that weight back on the left leg. Extends the hands away from the left shoulders. He cocks the bat over it. Fastball, same spot. Outside ball 2. Crowd groans. It's a foot outside.
Now zero him in. Kerry's got to zero him right here. Make sure there's something away from him. He's going to throw that cutter. It's going to come back to you a little bit. Draw a line in the middle of the plate. It starts on the other side of the line. Fire on it.
Ramirez deep and off the line at third. Rocchio up the middle. The 2-0 pitch. Swing and a foul out of play. Pitcher's pitch. 101. When it's triple digits, you really have to make your decision early. Whew.
It's coming out hot in Class A.
Carpenter likes to let the ball travel, and he's going good. It's all about how he's seeing the ball out of hand. Still has the count in his favor, waiting on a 2-1. No score, 9th inning. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Slider at the belt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Everybody on their feet here in Cleveland. Clase leans in, gets the sign and sets. Holds the glove at the letters, the 2-2s, swing and a soft tap foul. Ooh-wee. Hard slider, 94, middle of the plate, but that's not a hanger.
That's not a hanger. As hard as he throws, you're thinking, you know, slider, middle of the plate at 94, he should do something with it. But that's so different than what than that cutter with some depth to it too.
2-2, Sweeney takes off, fly ball, right field. This one's deep. Going back is Brennan. He's looking up, and it's gone! Oh, man! Kerry Carpenter with 2 outs in the 9th. A 3-run bomb, and the Tigers take the lead 3-0.
Told you, Carp had to get something in the middle of the plate. Get the ball off the top rail. He got a slider at 94 miles an hour. And he deposited that ball way back in the seats here in Cleveland. That Tiger dugout is absolutely mad right now.
Oh, man. These Tiger hitters and their late inning at-bats, it never gets old, Bobby. We've been watching it for 2 months plus now. And they just stick to their approach. They just keep battling in a game where they'd had no success. 3 big at-bats with 2 outs in the 9th.
He knew it the second he touched it, too.
Vierling takes a slider low and away, and this crowd can't believe it. Let's review the numbers for lefties this year against Emmanuel Clase. A 115 batting average and 122 at-bats with zero home runs. Vierling swings and fouls it back to the screen. 2 outs in the 9th. Jake Rogers with a single. Trey Sweeney with a single. Carpenter in a 6-pitch battle. A home run. Ground ball to first. Backhanding it, knocking it down. Naylor, he'll flip it to Clase, but he's not going to get him. Josh Naylor just booted it. And by the time he reached down to pick it up to his right, that was not a difficult play. He was too late getting it to Clase.
Well, Naylor booted it, and Clase bought a ticket, too. He should have been over there. Late break, getting off the mound. That's all he needed. Matt Vierling hustling down the line. By the time Naylor located and flipped it to Clase, Vierling had already beat him to the bag.
Great hustle down that line for Vierling. That's the end of the day for Clase. A stunned sellout crowd here at Progressive Field. With 2 outs and the bases empty in the 9th against one of the most unhittable relievers in Major League history. Single, home run. While the Guardians go to their bullpen. 3-0 Tigers in the 9th. We'll pause for these words on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
I'm Dan Campbell, head coach of the Detroit Lions. Grit, honesty, hustle, these things are important to me. And that's why I partnered with the Bernsteins. They work quickly to make things right after an accident. They do it with compassion and integrity, and they do it for Michigan families like yours. That's why calling Sam is the best call you can make if you're injured in an accident. The Bernsteins, great family, great lawyers. If you're injured in an accident, get the Bernstein Advantage.
Injured? 1-800-CALL-SAM.
Tiger and Wayne State Law School fan Powell Miller.
Hey, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. The one that's listening to the MLB wildcard game with us. Please hit that subscribe button and help this awesome community grow. We are trying to do as much sports as possible, but of course, we're the home of all of the Toronto sports live events. So please help our group of Toronto sports fans continue to grow. Hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell so you don't miss it when we go live for every single MLB playoff game this season. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button. Thanks for making that sub counter keep on going up. We're shooting for 50K. Let's get there. We need your help. Thank you. Now let's get back to the chat. Good luck to your team. Hope they win.
For the best bang for your buck, leave the strip behind and hit the D Las Vegas, the home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
Clase got 3 outs, and then Jake Rogers with a single, Trey Sweeney with a single, and Kerry Carpenter. Kind of a stunning pitch selection, Bobby.
Definitely
a slider over the plate.
With the way things were going, he was trying to bury that and didn't get it there. He hung it. And Carp made him pay.
Keith at the plate. Toss over to first to drive Veerling back. Man, talked about the value of home runs in the postseason. Kerry Carpenter delivers as big a hit as you will see. Fastball way off the plate inside, gets the called strike on Keith. He came into the game as a pinch hitter in the 6th inning. He had popped out and struck out, but turned a huge double play in this game. The first inning that he was in, he swings and pops it up. This will be playable into shallow right field. Jimenez out waving his arms, and he'll make the catch. For the last out of the 9th inning, the Tigers with 2 outs and the bases empty score 3. Carpenter's home run makes it a 3-0 game. We go to the bottom of the 9th in Cleveland. Tigers trying to even the series at a game apiece, and they're 3 outs away from doing that. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball.
Sports Grid Radio on Sirius XM has you covered this NFL season.
The back-to-back Super Bowl champions look to protect their home field on Monday night in an out-of-conference matchup with Derek Carr and the Saints to wrap up Week 5 of the NFL season. The line opened with the Chiefs as an 8-point favorite and a total of 45. Make sure you tune into Sports Grid Radio to stay up to date on all the latest.
The place to get the winning edge over the sports books this football season is Sports Grid Radio, channel 159 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
The NFL Sunday Drive is your home for the 2024 regular season.
Caught for the touchdown!
This is Steve Torrey. Join me and Bill Leckus every Sunday at noon Eastern as we take you live to every game, every touchdown, and every key moment.
Bucs take the lead with 9 seconds left.
Plus, reporters from every game, fantasy updates, and guests live from the locker room.
49ers tight end George Kittle.
Catch the NFL Sunday Drive every Sunday at noon Eastern on NFL Radio Channel 88 and on the all-new Sirius XM app.
You love listening to baseball. You love talking about baseball, and so do we. That's why SiriusXM has the only channel on the radio dedicated to baseball 24/7. It's MLB Network Radio, SiriusXM Channel 89. News, opinions, passionate baseball talk from former players and GMs, plus interviews with players, managers, and executives, original specials, and much, much, much more. All baseball, every day, on your radio. If you can hear me right now, you've got MLB Network Radio, SiriusXM Channel 89, and on the SiriusXM app.
Fantasy football players. From start-sit decisions to waiver wire advice. Win your fantasy football league with Fantasy Sports Radio. Channel 87 and on the Sirius XM app.
Hardest working players brought to you every game by Carhartt. Proud to support Detroit Tigers baseball. The hardworking people to make it possible. Kerry Carpenter off the bench. Did something no other lefty has done maybe in years. None this year, no home runs. It's a home run off Emmanuel Clase. Another big late inning hit. We never get used to it, but we sure do enjoy it every time we see it. But Bobby, it truly has been kind of a calling card for the Tigers these last couple of months. The quality of their at-bats stays strong through the whole game, and it goes back to what you talked about. You don't do that unless you have that committed approach in every single at-bat. Even if you've gone 0 for 3 or you haven't had success as a team, you never get away from making sure that every at-bat you give your maximum, you stay with your approach, and in the end it may pay off.
Everybody's approach to each pitcher is going to be different. They're different hitters. You got to stay committed to the plan, stay stubborn, indignant to what you're trying to do. When you get 2 strikes, you grind regardless of the at-bat, but you stay true to that for 9 innings, usually good things happen.
Bo Brisky is on the mound. First pitch to Rocchio. It's a fastball strike. Paints the edge away. Strike 1. Veerling's in tight at third. Rocchio today 1 for 2. He doubled a ground ball double off of Tarek Skubal. That made Skubal work hard in the 6th inning. He swings and pops it up. Up into the sunshine, down into shallow center. Meadows calling for it. He'll make the catch between Perez and Keith. 1 out in the 9th inning. Bo Brisky has become a trusted arm at the back end for manager A.J. Hinch. He might start game 3. Who knows? But he's closing out game 2.
He's part of chaos. Most of his chaos has come at the back end of late. But it's a 4-seam heater, change-up slider. He'll mix a sinker in there, 2-seam fastball as well.
This crowd got really, really quiet. After the Carpenter home run, Kwan takes first pitch strike. Inner half right at the knees. Starts him off with the changeup. Brisky works for the third base side of the rubber. The strike 1. Changeup fades away off the glove of Jake Rogers. Bearding stays in tight. Kwan 1 for 3 today. Ground ball single. That was with Rocchio at second base in the 6th inning. With 1 out, the 1-1. Fastball perfect at the knees, away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kwan single with 1 out, put runners at the corners. They couldn't send Rocchio from second because Green was aggressively in, shallow in left. And then the Tigers got the inning double play. The 1-2, got him! Fastball 98, dotted it down and away. 2 outs in the 9th.
Bo Brisky's part of the Attitude Heater Club too. 4 seams down and away from Kwan. You can't do nothing with that when it's right there.
I mean, that's perfect.
Nothing.
2 strikeouts of Kwan today, both on called thirds, both 98 down and away.
That is absolutely filthy, partner.
Ramirez waiting on deck, and that's why you want to get David Fry, who's at the plate. First pitch, fastball sinks low, ball 1. Fry again, the lefty killer for the Cleveland Guardians this year. Much better against lefties, struggles against righties. They take his power away mostly. The 1-0. Fastball, wow, off the plate. That was a strike to Cole Keith, but it's a strike to Fry, but it's way off the plate. Tigers will take it. 1 ball, 1 strike.
They sure will.
2 outs in the 9th and a 3-0 lead for the Tigers. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Funky swing and a change-up middle. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fastball 98
in Detroit coming up on Wednesday.
Fastball 98, change-up 88. Peeled 10 off, same arm action. That's tough to hit.
The 1-2. Inside. Malone DeHazer's not going to go that far in. Fry jackknifes out of the way. Bo Brisky trying to end it right here. Don't let Ramirez have another at-bat. Brisky sets. The 2-2. Swing and a foul. Really well-located fastball down. And a good foul from David Fry.
We've seen the command come and go a little bit. Not the strike throwing, but the command from Bo Brisky come and go a little bit. He's got the good stuff today.
He sets. Again, the 2-2. Got him! Fastball. Tigers win. A scoreless game through 8 innings, and then the Tigers work their late inning magic again, and they're going home with a series tied at a game apiece. Tarek Skubal with 7 brilliant innings today. Will Vest with a scoreless inning, Bo Brisky with a scoreless inning, and in between, a Kerry Carpenter 2-out, 3-run home run in the 9th. What a day in Cleveland. And the Tigers are coming home with a chance to clinch this series and win this series with a couple of wins in their home ballpark. I can't wait to see what Comerica Park is like on Wednesday in Detroit. Our final score. We're going to talk with Trey Sweeney in a moment. The Detroit Tigers 3 and the Cleveland Guardians nothing.
At Comerica Bank, we're creating opportunity for small businesses to make it big. Big like hearing your small business featured in a radio ad for free or getting free sports tickets to entertain a client. Comerica Bank brings big perks like these and more to every small business customer. To learn how opportunity happens here, visit comerica.com/prosper. Member FDIC Equal Opportunity Lender. Offers available to Comerica small business customers only. Terms apply.
For 175 years, Comerica has thrived through every rise and fall. We've lived through triumphs and turmoil, witnessed every advance, and survived every setback. Through surety and uncertainty, we've stood the test of time by standing by our beliefs, our values, and our customers. Comerica Bank, 175 years strong. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
The McLaren Proton Therapy Center at the Karmanos Cancer Institute offers the most powerful and precise radiation oncology treatment available. Using the latest generation technology, we're able to deliver high doses of radiation to the exact size and shape of your tumor while avoiding surrounding healthy tissue and organs. That means we can eliminate cancer with an unmatched precision, resulting in fewer side effects and improved outcomes for patients. To learn more, visit mclaren.org/proton therapy.
Get ready for Tigers baseball with Carbliss, a premium ready-to-drink cocktail in a can. 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 gluten, and just 100 calories a can. Plus, less carbonation, which means less bloating and less guilt when drinking. Carbliss offers flavors for everyone, from pineapple, black cherry, or cranberry to classic cocktails like margarita and Paloma. On Tigers game days, stop at your local grocery store and pick up a pack of Carbliss to enjoy at home during every pitch. Carbliss, handcrafted premium ready-to-drink cocktails. Less is more.
Aggressive fielding Cleveland after another heart-stopping Tigers late rally and win. None bigger than this one today. 3 runs in the 9th inning to break a scoreless deadlock, a 3-0 win. They go back to Detroit, even the series at a game apiece. We are joined now by Trey Sweeney, who played big into this game with his glove, with his bat. But Trey, I just want to start with your view from being on base of that Gary Carpenter home run, and just the way this team keeps impressing and keeps battling and keeps winning games with late dramatics.
Yeah, I mean, well, first of all, I wish I saw the swing. I was running, so I just kind of heard it, and I looked back at him, and he was watching it, so I knew it was gone. But, but yeah, no, I wish I got to see it happen. But no, this team doesn't give up, man. It's really fun. We don't ever feel like we're out of it, so. Our guys just keep competing till the end, and we've won quite a few games like that here over the past month or so. So it's been really fun.
Trey, this is Bobby up in the booth, man. Hey, great job today, great game. I want to take you back to the 6th inning, bottom 6, 2 on, first and third with 1 out. Scoop was pitching.
Yeah.
He's got to get that double play ball. Right. Was there any thought? I mean, that wasn't the fastest developing double play. Was there any thought of cutting that ball off and firing home, or you had the double play all the way?
I knew I had to try for it. I saw it was kind of a slow roller off the bat, so I knew I had to sprint in and go get it, and I tried to get it to Colt as soon as I could. But, yeah, he made a good quick turn, and luckily we got it in time. That was big for us.
And Colt Keith, we've been watching him all year, Trey. I know you didn't see him early, but it just seems like that he has just gotten better and better on that pivot. He such a good pivot, as Bobby pointed out during the game. He had a base runner, Quan, right on top of him.
Right. No, he did a great job handling that throw and getting rid of it quick. Hit Torque right in the chest. So, yeah, I mean, great job by Scoob on getting us the ground ball, and then we were able to get the job done there.
Well, you can't get 2 on that ball unless you get 1, and you gave him a good ball to handle. So great job with that.
Thank you.
I want to take you to the 9th inning before Carp was able to hit his home run. You muscled the ball to right field. You're out there, Class A is out there breathing fire. What's your approach against a dude that's throwing 99-mile-an-hour saw blades at you? You just muscled one to right center field there.
Yeah, I mean, I was my plan was just to get ready. I knew it was going to be coming in hot, so yeah, just get ready. Luckily, I got it out in front just enough to get it out there and then let Raj run a little bit. But yeah, most importantly, we gave Carp a chance, and then what a great at bat by him. That was awesome.
And real quickly, your view from shortstop of the start of Tarek Skubal. This team leans on him so much all the time. Every time out, it's like, hey, do something great again, will you?
Yeah.
And he does. Just your impression of this start, because this was a real gem.
Yeah, I mean, it's special. It's
back to Detroit 1-1 with a chance to clinch at home. Congratulations on a great day today.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
View is brought to you by Meyer, proud hometown partner of the Detroit Tigers. A stirring, heart-stopping, heart-pounding 3-0 win for the Tigers over the Guardians to even up this division series as best-of-5 series at a game apiece. Let's pause right now for station identification. This is the Detroit Tigers radio.
You're listening to the American League Division Series on Sirius XM. Join us after the game on MLB Network Radio, Sirius XM 89.
Tigers win this one by the final score of 3-0. Stat of the game is brought to you by McLaren Health, the official healthcare system of the Detroit Tigers. I mean, you just have to go with the final line of Tarek Skubal. 3 runs in the 9th inning against Class A. I'll go with a couple here. We have plenty of time to do this. Tarek Skubal's final line is one of our stats of the game. 7 innings, no runs on 3 hits, no walks, 8 strikeouts. You think of the only time he faced them this year, we mentioned it earlier, 10 hits, 9 singles, but they really had an approach to kind of stay disciplined, as AJ described it at the time, disciplined to staying on the changeup. They did. A lot of their hits were off the changeup. They didn't see many changeups early in this game. Right. Tarek Skubal powered them, got a lot of easy outs, kept the pitch count low, then broke out the changeup, but he had them off balance all day.
He had them off balance all day, and he had, not only did he have his good stuff, he had his good command too. I mean, he really had command of all 3 of his pitches, mixed in a couple curveballs, not many, but it was mainly that power heater, that 2 and 4, both the 2 and 4 seam fastball, and the slider and that changeup when he needed to. You're right, he went to it later because of probably what happened in that earlier start in the year, but boy, he was good with the fastball and the slider early on.
Our other stat is left-handed batters hit 115 and 122 at-bats against Emmanuel Clase. And look at the at-bats today. And again, Bobby, this is something we've talked about a lot. We see pitcher after pitcher. We'll talk about their unhittable stuff and how opponents have done nothing against them, late-inning relievers. And the Tigers, because of their, I think, really attention to detail with their game planning, come up with big hits against them. Look at the at-bats by lefties today against Clase. Perez almost gave the Tigers a lead with an excellent at-bat, a line drive to left inning on a 1-2 in the 8th inning on a 1-2 pitch. Great catch by Quan, robbed him of a hit. And then the lefties, Sweeney with a single, Carpenter with a home run. Great at-bats. It's such good work by everybody. But the lefty at-bats were the key against Clase.
And Dan, just because Wenzel Perez's at-bat cannot go forgotten in this whole,
because it helped set up what came later.
Without question it did. He's had tremendous at-bats right and left all season long, had a little blip throughout the middle of the year, and then he gets hurt, but he comes back, and you see how important he is being a switch hitter. But more succinctly to the point you just made, his at-bat against Clase in the 8th, where he wore him down, and then whack, hit the ball to Quan. Quan made an unreal catch to catch that ball, but that ball was laced, and that's,
now the other lefties are looking at that.
Now, hey, we can get to this guy. Get the ball away from you. It's going to come back to you. Whether it's a slider or whether it's the cutter, it's going to come back to you. Draw a line in the middle of the plate. If it starts on the other side of that line, you got a chance. If it starts on the inside of that line, you got no chance. And they executed that plan.
Tigers win it by the final score of 3-0. Just such dramatics in the 9th inning. Kerry Carpenter with a 3-run home run. The RBI leaderboard brought to you by Bill Brown Ford. Visit Bill Brown Ford in Livonia today. 3-run home run, 3 RBIs. The only runs of the game came in the 9th inning. When you get 0-0 to the 9th, you're thinking, oh boy, this could get tense and this game might go for a while. That is not only the biggest hit of the day, but the 3 RBIs, the only RBIs of the day. And the Tigers are going back to Detroit, even at a game apiece, with the Cleveland Guardians in this best-of-5 series. Stay with us. More postgame after this on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Hi, Tigers fans. It's Dan Dickerson. Baseball is a game of teamwork, and the same can be said about your health care. Both require clear communication, trust, and coordination among team members. And just as baseball teams work together to achieve common goals, healthcare professionals collaborate to provide quality patient care. And that's why Michiganders continue to trust Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan and Blue Care Network to be right by your side, always ready to help the people and communities of Michigan like they have for 85 years. Blue Cross has always offered the largest network of doctors and hospitals. Today it is offering...
Hey, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. The one that's listening to the MLB wildcard game with us. Please hit that subscribe button and help this awesome community grow. We are trying to do as much sports as possible, but of course, we're the home of all of the Toronto sports live events. So please help our group of Toronto sports fans continue to grow. Hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell so you don't miss it when we go live for every single MLB playoff game this season. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button. Thanks for making that sub counter keep on going up. We're shooting for 50K. Let's get there. We need your help. Thank you. Now let's get back to the chat. Good luck to your team. Hope they win.
Of your health. And it's time to show that together we can. Corewell Health.
I'm Dan Campbell, head coach of the Detroit Lions. Grit, honesty, hustle, these things are important to me. And that's why I partnered with the Bernsteins. They work quickly to make things right after an accident. They do it with compassion and integrity. And they do it for Michigan families like yours. That's why calling Sam is the best call you can make if you're injured in an accident. The Bernsteins, great family, great lawyers. If you're injured in an accident, get the Bernstein advantage.
Injured? 1-800-CALL SAM.
Tough F-150 only at your neighborhood Michigan Ford dealers. Visit buyfordnow.com. We saw fine defense in this game. Bobby mentioned it in the 8th inning. A couple of men on, 2 outs. Clase just came in to face Wenzel Perez. A line drive to left, 100 at the belt, or 99 at the belt. Then he laces one into left field, 98 up and in. Quan made a great diving catch, but the play in this game, 2 on, 1 out, runners at the corners in the 6th inning. I want to go back to the single, Bobby, from Quan, because Rocchio with 1 out doubles. It's a ground ball double down the left field line off Tarek Skubal, just the second hit that Skubal had given up. So he's at second with 1 out. Quan battles a 9-pitch battle, singles to left. Rocchio runs well.
Yeah.
But the Tigers aggressively, and they've done this now for a while, but they had aggressively brought Riley Green in left field. So you're thinking a single to left should score Rocchio, but he had no chance to score because Green is shallow. He gets to the ball quickly. Have to hold him at third instead of a 1-0 lead. Now David Fry steps to the plate and grounds into an inning-ending double play that was just beautifully turned by Sweeney Keith over to Torkelson.
Yeah, and you're right. The key to that was the fact that Riley Green was able to cut down. He was shallow to begin with. And he was able to cut down all that that distance very aggressively. The key to that is the third base coach is not looking at the ball; he's looking at the player and how quick that Riley Green got to that ball. Douglas Odor had to hold him up because there was no chance from where he was that the runner Rocchio was going to score if by the time that Riley picked that ball up. So that was a massive play to have him shallow, but then also have Riley be as aggressive as he was.
And as you said on that double play, Sweeney, I mean, it's a slow roller. He's got to do everything right on that. He's got to charge very aggressively and then quickly get it to Keith at second base.
And the decision point in that is first and third. So Rocchio's going to take off going home on any ball put in play right there. The decision point is that ball's not hit very hard. I've got to get it out somewhere. If I get 1 out, I got to go home with it. And he decided to give the feed to Colt Keith, and Colt made an unbelievable turn. But he doesn't make that turn. It was a very good turn. He doesn't even have a chance to make the turn unless Sweeney gives him a strike in his chest, something he can handle, and then he made the turn. What a play, what a decision, what a split-second decision, and what execution on the double play.
Keeps the game scoreless, and that's a huge play, and Tigers go on to the 3-0 win thanks to the Carpenter home run in the 9th inning. What a day here in Cleveland. Tigers are going home. This series is tied at a game apiece. They've got a chance to clinch and move on with 2 wins at home. Stay with us. More postgame after this on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
There are trucks. Then there's the truck, GMC Sierra, with the available world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra, not just any truck, the truck. GMC's continued commitment signing on a 2024 Sierra light-duty elevation crew cab 4x4 with a 2.7-liter engine. Must be a current lessee of a 2019 model year or newer Buick or GMC vehicle through GM Financial for at least 30 days prior to the new vehicle sale. Tax, title, license, dealer fees extra. No security deposit required. Mileage charge of 25 cents a mile over 20,000 miles. At participating dealers only. Visit GMCOfferInfo.com for details. Residency restrictions apply.
Appliance emergency? ABC Warehouse has got you covered. Unexpected appliance breakdown? Don't stress. ABC has flexible financing options to make it easy finding the perfect fit for your budget. From 0% down to low monthly payments, you can say goodbye to that broken appliance and hello to massive savings at ABC Warehouse. In stock. Get it today. Free delivery. ABC Warehouse is the closest thing to wholesale.
As a pitcher, giving up a home run can really sting. You know what else stings?
insects. Dan Petrie here. This final part of the season is a good time to stop the sting with Rose Pest Solutions. Rose technicians are equipped to take out all kinds of unwanted pests. Not only do I trust Rose, but the Tigers do too. They keep Comerica Park pest-free year-round. Got a pest problem? Rose is the solution. Call the pros at Rose at 800-966-ROSE or visit rosepestsolutions.com.
Striking out 7 Guardians. He got his 8th strikeout to start the 5th, but then gave up a double to the gap by Josh Naylor, so that ended the perfect game in the no-hit bid. The second pitch to Noel, the next batter drilled him on the hand, and then Andres Jimenez stepped to the plate.
Andres Jimenez batting. First pitch, ground ball to second. Ibanez to Sweeney to Torkelson. Inning-ending 4-6-3 double play. That's how you bounce back. Couple of men on, 1 out. First jam of the day. Skubal takes care of Jimenez. 2 outs. And the inning's over.
Tarek facing some more drama the next inning as well. Runners on first and third with 1 out. Could they do it again with the game still tied at 0s?
1-1. Ground ball chopped to short. Sweeney will charge. Flip the second one. Relay to first. He turned the double play. What a job by Sweeney. He had to charge it on the infield grass. Throw back to Keith at second base. Great pivot. Inning over.
In the top of the 7th, the Tigers got another base runner on. That was kind of the story in this game. They get base runners, some in scoring position, just not able to catch them in. But I guess when you wait, good things happen. More on that in a minute. Jake Rogers had a walk in the 7th. Was stranded with a Trey Sweeney strikeout. Skubal began the 7th inning with 83 pitches and Jose Ramirez due at the plate. He got Jose to roll over on a quick grounder. The 3rd time he retired him in that game. Skubal would surrender them 1-2-3. The Tigers would threaten again in the top of the 9th. Class A still in to start the frame after back-to-back singles by Sweeney and Rogers. Kerry Carpenter looking to deliver now.
2-2. Sweeney takes off. Fly ball right field. This one's deep. Going back is Brennan. He's looking up. And it's gone! Oh, man! Kerry Carpenter with 2 outs in the 9th. A 3-run bomb, and the Tigers take the lead 3-0.
Bo Brisky took the baton out of the bullpen. Just the 2nd pitcher the Tigers needed to use. He got his 2nd postseason save as well. 1 inning, no hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts. The pitch may be a tad bit low to end the game, but he still got the call, and the Tigers able to secure a 3-0 road victory. And, you know, the good thing about this is while the series is even 1-1 going back to Detroit, the Tigers have a chance, if they need to send Tarek Skubal back out there in Game 5, but I'm sure they'd look to sweep at home if they can. Wednesday and Thursday at Comerica Park officially now. Take a look around the major leagues after this here on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
Get in the flow with the channel of unforgettable R&B from back when Beyonce went solo. Through Drake's unstoppable rise. That's why I need a one dance. To when SZA dropped Control. I just keep him satisfied through the weekend. Feel the energy and emotion of 2000s and 2010s R&B in The Flow. Channel 48 and on the SiriusXM app.
The new basketball season is around the corner, and SiriusXM.
What's up, baseball fans? Thanks for hanging out and hit that thumbs up.
Carlos Rodon for the Yankees. Rodon has been sharp in his last 10 outings, pitching an ERA in the low 2s, and this would be just his 3rd postseason outing of his career. We'll see how he handles that. Reagan's tossed a shutout, 6-inning performance versus the Orioles in the wild card as well. That was his first postseason appearance. Tomorrow, both NL series are tied at 1 apiece and continue. The Mets are back at Citi Field versus the Phillies. It's Sean Manaea and Aaron Nola. First pitch at 5:08 there. Then at 9:08. The Battle of California switches to San Diego as they host the Dodgers. Walker Buehler tosses for the Dodgers. He's not pitched since September 26th on the year, though he has a 5.38 ERA. Michael King on the mound for the Padres. He's been sharp down the stretch, allowing just 4 earned runs in his last 5 starts. That's including a shutout performance versus Atlanta in the playoffs. Dan and Bobby are back to wrap it up after this here on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
What are winners made of? That's an easy question. The agility to outperform. The capability to take a hit. The strength to hit even harder. an unwavering dedication to the team, and most importantly, the fans that made them. Get to your neighborhood Michigan Ford dealer and see our fully stocked winning lineup of vehicles, along with our dedicated team ready to help you find your true MVP.
Meijer is the proud hometown partner of the Detroit Tigers, and we're cheering them on every game to a winning season. We're looking forward to more home runs, RBIs, shutouts, and new major league records. Home is where your team is, and our home is right here in Detroit, where the Tigers' roar never stops, and the 7th inning stretch means we're getting ready to pounce. Save and win with Meijer, proud hometown partner of the Detroit Tigers.
Better access means better care. That's why we're making it easier to get the care you need when you need it. More locations, more specialists, exclusive cancer treatments, and the latest clinical trials mean better access to the breakthroughs of tomorrow today, all tailored to give you your best chance. Carmanis Cancer Institute, your care, our commitment. Find the care you need at carmanis.org.
I'm James Harrington of Feiger Law. As the official law firm of the Detroit Tigers, we congratulate the 2024 Tigers for their historic run to the playoffs. Our Tigers, with their will to win, have entered the postseason for an epic playoff run. We're proud of the grit, determination, and hard work it takes to return playoff baseball back to the city of Detroit. On behalf of our team at Feiger Law, we wish our Tigers continued success as they battle through the playoffs with the attitude, all we do is win.
Comerica, we look ahead to Game 3 of this best-of-5 series. Boy, the ups and the downs of a 5-game series, Bobby. Game 1, you lose. It's like, must-win Game 2. 0-0 ninth inning. Then you score 3, win it, and suddenly it's 1-1, and you're feeling a whole lot different going home for Games 3 and 4.
Especially on the road, right? Especially on the road. You know, you as much as you wanted to flush it, Game 1, 7-0. It was like, okay, this is kind of, I got faith in the boys, but, you know. But you come into this game, you know it's going to be tight. Matthew Boyd, you didn't exactly know what you were going to get. He had been good down the stretch, but this was his first play. As long as he's pitched in the big leagues, this is his first playoff start, too. You don't know what you're going to get. He was really good, too.
He was.
And Scooble was the best pitcher in the world, and that's what he was. And this to come up, you know it's going to be tight. You don't want to get in that bullpen. You get in the bullpen, then you get the guy you really don't want to get. And then you hit a big ball on him. I mean, come on, man. You can't. What are you talking about right now? This is insanity. This Tiger team, man. If you're gonna beat this bunch, you better pack a lunch because you're gonna be here for a minute, and they're not gonna go quietly, and they didn't tonight.
Game 3, it's going to be TBA for the Tigers. Looks like Gavin Williams might get an appearance, maybe a long, either the start or a bulk guy. Cleveland might follow the Tiger model and have an opener for him. He was the pre-game interview today, so oftentimes that's the next day starter. We'll see. But I'm guessing it's Tyler Holton again for the Tigers on the mound.
It very well could be because the way that this team is put together, not likely. Maybe Fry does something different in that in the 2 spot. Maybe they do something different there. Not likely though. But you know, with the way that this team is put together, you want it. For the first inning is leverage.
Yep.
Right. And so you want your guys who have been in leverage, who have done great in that role all year long, namely Tyler Holton, to come out and set the tone. And you know. That I would agree that he's probably going to get the start.
And then we'll see 6 more guys follow him, and that'll be the plan.
Chaos reigns, man. Chaos reigns.
It's a 3:08 start, an afternoon game on Wednesday. We'll be on the air starting at 2:40. Stay with us. We'll have some final thoughts when we come back on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
Let the games begin. On Sirius XM, you get all the sports play-by-play you want and all the live sports talk you need. It's always a home game when you listen to the NFL, NHL, NBA, and MLB on the all-new Sirius XM app.
How good is that?
We fuel your fandom with NASCAR, the biggest college games, PGA, and soccer. And when news breaks, hear instant reaction.
We got a big developing story out of Cincinnati.
The all-new Sirius XM app. Everything a sports fan needs, all in one place.
For the latest updates on Helene,
Tune to alerts from the Weather Channel. What to expect and who may be impacted.
Hi, I'm meteorologist Jim Cantori. When severe weather is impacting any part of the country, alerts from the Weather Channel for live simulcast of the Weather Channel for the latest information to keep you safe and informed.
Tune to alerts from the Weather Channel for the latest information on Helene.
Whenever active weather is breaking, alerts from the Weather Channel on the SiriusXM app. Just search weather.
That was an all-time classic.
Adam Shine brings his unique perspective and passionate sports talk to Mad Dog Sports Radio.
That game led the league in holy cow wow moments.
The biggest and hottest names across Major League Baseball.
Star shortstop for the Kansas City Royals, Bobby Witt Jr.
It's great to kind of build the new culture here in Kansas City.
Shine on Sports, weekdays 9 Eastern. Mad Dog Sports Radio, Sirius XM 82 in the car and on the all-new Sirius XM app.
This is Dave LaGreca, creator of the biggest pro wrestling show on the planet, Busted Open. Don't miss myself and my Hall of Fame cast and crew as we break down every story in and out of the ring and talk to the top names in the business, like the legend himself, The Undertaker.
I'm actually glad to be on a real show.
Catch Busted Open live every day from 9 to noon Eastern on SiriusXM Fight Nation, channel 156, and on the SiriusXM app.
Jack Dimmer Lincoln on Michigan Avenue has some exciting news. The new 2025 Lincoln Aviator has been thoughtfully redesigned inside and out. Come in and check it out. You can also order the all-new 2025 Lincoln Navigator later this month. It too has been redesigned inside and out and includes a new 48-inch panoramic display. Don't forget we offer a mobile service van, which means we come to you. Visit Jack Dimmer Lincoln on Michigan Avenue in the heart of Dearborn or visit online at dimmerlincoln.net.
Bobby, I keep thinking of the crowd and how there was just a little extra in it on the Friday night when the Tigers clinched that final weekend. And because it's been 10 years, right? The crowds are always great when they're going to the postseason, but there was a little extra in that crowd on Friday night. And I figure it's going to go up even a notch further than that on Wednesday.
Oh, I can't imagine what that's going to be like in Comerica on Wednesday night. Tiger fans getting ready to show up and show out. Hey, listen, all y'all, tea and honey all day tomorrow. Don't talk to people unless you absolutely have to. Save it. You got 2 opportunities this week to show out, and this club is going to need you. Tea and honey, be easy, whisper at people, text message people. Just make sure your communication goes that way.
Save the voice.
Save the voice. Because you're going to need it. They need y'all.
For 2 games. Tigers and Guardians, games 3 and 4 Wednesday and Thursday, and a chance to avoid a game 5 with a couple of wins and then move on from there. It's going to be, again, TBA for the Tigers, TBA for the Guardians, probably another bullpen day for the Tigers. It's a 3:08 start, afternoon start. And we'll be on the air starting at 2:40. It's going to wrap things up from here in Cleveland. Our thanks to our engineers today. Jenny Hornatsky back in our studios in Southfield, and Stacy Knox with us here at the ballpark. For my partner Bobby Scales, I'm Dan Dickerson. Again, the final score, the Tigers with a 3-run home run from Kerry Carpenter in the 9th inning of a scoreless game. Beat the Cleveland Guardians and even up the series at a game apiece with a 3-0 win. Thanks for listening. Have a great evening, everyone.
Detroit Tigers baseball. Brought to you by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, General RV, Corewell Health, The D Las Vegas, Meyer, Comerica, Priority, UWM, and Little Caesars Pizza.
Every fantasy football champion makes